Okay, a lot of people love to talk, but they don't really say nothing. You can drop a like and go subscribe, knowing Two-Five probably finna hate something. Chop it up about the game, give a little game, knowing you can take something. We just saying less and saying more, should've known before you in the right place. You know Jack can keep it radical. A little crazy with his take, but he gon' keep it factual. And you know he been a fan of wrestling since attitude. We ain't here to be the ones you playing with. Red steady dropping gems only for relationships. We ain't never thinking Liam Neeson if you taking. Come and tap in with your favorites. Hey, we gon' talk about your latest. Yeah, come and tune into the station. Come and listen to this conversation. Like and subscribe, we going live. We gon' tell you what you need to hear in perfect moderation. Wait, it's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Hey, hold up.
And welcome to Say Less, Say More, the trio you never knew you needed. You better be getting that money, duffel bag boy. Tired of telling you. Today, we coming at you direct, getting to some culture and some music. We got to talk about Bam Adebayo and the number 83.
83?
Might get some Kobe in there if you're into stand-em. You know what I'm saying? The Usos roll up on CM Punk from the Joe Budden podcast.
Joe Budden podcast.
You getting them girls or what? What does Two-Five hate this week? Jack's got a treat for us on the movie tip. And then, of course, you know El Residente coming through with the relation tip. I got the case with me. He ain't in 49er gear today, but it all stays the same. They representing El Residente. Then, of course, this guy with that ugly-ass logo on the back of his chair, he goes by many names. It's on his head, too. So I guess I'm going to just say cry, Eagles cry.
Skr.
You can say cry, you can cry you want, but you already know what it is, man. Radical Jack, Flying Jack, Jackie Uso, Jackie Brains. You know what I'm saying? Ringo Mandingo, Swaggy J, the official mayor of Kobe Stan. Bitch ass niggas. What up, DJ Radical Jack?
So, y'all can already kind of see what kind of pod this is going to be.
Yeah.
So, with no further ado, El Residente, check in.
Yo, it's been a wild week for you guy. Spent the whole week in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina, Penn Center. Shout out to Black history, Black excellence throughout the world. But you need to understand the impact and the importance of the state of South Carolina, which is something I'm very passionate about. But I did spend that week there, at my job, facilitating a retreat for people in the philanthropic space. So that was dope. Being there, Penn Center, went to Mitchellville, the first self-governed Black town in America. Went there. Also went and checked out Bluffton, South Carolina, where they have Ma Daisy's Porch, which is an amazing restaurant owned by an amazing Black woman. Shout out to Bridget Frazier, who is actually a direct descendant of Joe Frazier, as well as the person who actually came up with the idea for 40 Acres and a Mule. So we had a big history week for me. Lots of hard work. Next week, I'm in Washington, D.C. for the week on Capitol Hill, doing some work out there. So the work don't stop. Keep moving.
Yeah, make sure you tell Alexandria I said hi.
Said,
what you got for us, Jack?
If you're talking about AOC, you can tell her to stop talking. But, had a pretty good week, man. You know what I'm saying? Just another week at the factory. Just got promoted to forklift. So, moving boxes up and down the aisles. It's pretty tired, but, been losing a little weight because of it. So, it's not that bad. My neck is a little skinny again. So, outside of that, family's good. I don't know if anything big happened this week. Nothing I can think of, at least off the top of my head. So,
Nice.
Yeah, and Rez is very passionate about South Carolina. Like, he literally wanted to fight me because I won't call the Gamecocks USC.
We are USC.
They're not USC.
On top of that,
USC is in California.
Got about a week left before I can get back to the house, get back to the studio and everything. So I can look so unplain again. Have some stable Wi-Fi and whatnot. But we just hanging out, just doing the damn thing, trying to raise these kids the right way, teaching them right from wrong and all that good stuff. I think that I'm getting into March Madness mode, as I sit here with South Florida and Charlotte on the phone as I'm doing this, because sports don't stop. Check out chopchat.com. Michael Wilson won. Check out Sports Reports is ordered, and let's get to this. So, guys,
what up?
We were having a conversation the other day that we wanted to bring to the pod about our kids playing sports, how we react, how we handle, what we would consider to be failures and all that kind of stuff. So, like, on a scale of, I guess, 1 to 10, how crazy parent are you when it comes to your kid playing sports?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that I'm not super crazy, and that's only because I'm the parent that believes that if I'm putting my kid in sports, I already think that you have the talent to do it. I just need you to tap in. So I'm not too much into the rah, get too mad. I get mad if you're goofy, right? So, like, Journey played volleyball, soccer, basketball, and flag football. 2-time champion, Super Bowl champion, first-time all-girls Super Bowl champion in the flag football league. So just to put that out there, my daughter's 2 rings, you know what I'm saying?
So he's an 8 is what he's saying.
So your daughter's got more rings than Jalen Hurts. Got it.
So he's an 8. So he's an 8 on the scale.
And my daughter's team is the Eagles. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Eagle Nation. You pay for that?
But, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. We just happen to be the Eagles. It just worked out that way. But personally, like, I don't get mad if she was to suck, right? I wouldn't be mad. I would only be mad if she's not giving maximum effort. I don't really care about kids' skill level being quote unquote good or bad before high school. I would say even if you get to middle school, like, you could be good, but it's like good amongst your peers. I don't expect you to be the biggest term. Like, I don't want her to go to the random place and be cooking everybody and all this other stuff. As long as she's in her peer group and she's good, I'm cool. But I think that sometimes there's an overemphasis put on kids being great at a young age, and it actually defers them from reaching any type of potential. Like Jameson, for instance. Jameson played football in middle school. He wasn't that good. Yeah, he wasn't that good, and he quit the team because he wasn't that good. And I was mad because his mom is hyper competitive. So she kind of pushed him away from it because he wasn't great as soon as he started. And I'm like, bro, he's a 6th grader who's never played football before. He's not supposed to be good. Like, I know we put this in our head that kids are just magically supposed to just pick up a ball and just be great at it, but you have to hone a skill in order to be good at it. And as a 6th grader, I expect Yeah, I mean, Kobe wasn't good when he picked up a ball. He had to learn, But it's just like we put this pressure on these kids where it's like, oh, you started playing basketball, and in 3 weeks I should see major improvements. That's crazy, So I just think that some people put too much pressure on kids, and then that kid ends up never being good because the parent wants them to be Michael Jordan day one.
What about you, 2-5?
So like, look,
I'm the opposite.
so no. There is something to what you said as far as, picking up the ball. You're not expecting to see Michael Jordan right off top. But I think for me, it comes down to don't half-ass it is where I get crazy. Like, I think for the most part, I'm pretty laid back. I don't yell at refs. You know what I mean? Unless it's something totally egregious. But actually, I take that back. You know, we were playing a game at a church, and I thought the ref was doing some nefarious things, like he was counting our baskets for the other team, and in full, Master Sergeant uniform. I get into it with him. He like tries to tell me like, "Yo, I'm gonna kick you out of here," and I step on the court and say, "Why don't you get me out of here?" And then so that was kind of like my crazy moment. But
So he's a
10. But when it comes to actually watching my kids and actually trying to teach them, as long as they're engaged and they give effort, I don't care. So the story that I was telling was about Desmond. He was a great goalie, playing soccer at the Y. And there was we were shorthanded one day, so he had to play striker. He loved it, didn't want to go back to goalie. And I was trying to explain to him, like, I get it that you're disappointed, but the reason that you're the goalie is because you're so good. It's a compliment to you that you're the goalie. I was trying to get him that way. And then they played the best team in the league, both undefeated. He started half-assing, not chasing the ball, goals going everywhere. So we got to the point where I ratcheted it up to the point of, hey, yo, take that jersey off because somebody else is willing to do what you're not. And it embarrassed him in front of everybody. And to Jack's point, I think it did have that effect of like, maybe I don't need to do sports, or, like, I don't regret it because it came from a authentic place. And I'm just not here for the participation trophy.
Yeah, no, I think both of y'all nailed it from that standpoint. I'll just sort of talk more about me as a parent, right? So I definitely, everything for me is effort. Like I think it's really important that kids understand the importance of giving maximum effort for several reasons. One, you want me to come out and I have to pay for you to play the sport. This isn't like free volunteer come out. Like I have to pay money. I have to buy equipment. I have to buy snacks for the team because there's always some kind of team snack kind of thing. There's a lot of investments that are made by the parent. We got to show up at all the games. You get mad because we're not at the game. So the basic thing I can ask when I show up and do all these, I have to get you to all the practices, right? Which definitely are going to change my schedule around. So I have to do these things. These. And if you're playing the sport, you've come to me and say, hey, I'm interested in the sport. We don't force our kids to play sports in my house. Right? If you're playing sports because you came to me and said, Dad, I want to play this sport. So I've had my son RJ play sports, Isis has played sports, and my daughter Ariana's played sports. Ariana played at a middle and high school level for the actual schools, and she played AAU ball. I've also coached each of the sports. So anytime my kids played a sport, I always coached it. Not because I wanted to, but because a lot of times what happens is you sign your kids up and they'll call you and say, hey, Mr. Lewis, we saw that you signed your kid up. We saw that you mentioned that you would be interested in assistant coaching if there was a need. And if we don't have a coach for this team, we're going to have to cut a team, which means, kids aren't going to be able to play. So I end up sometimes coaching sports that I know nothing about. So I spent a lot of time with my kids in sports. And the thing I always tell my kids about sports is the most important thing about the sport is not the actual skill of the sport. It's the knowing, one, being a part of a team, learning sportsmanship, learning about learning what it takes to work with other people, learning how to build, meld personalities and work together and be a part of a team and maximizing effort. Because if you can maximize effort, that's a transferable skill. That applies to education, that applies to the workforce, that applies to your marriage, that applies to your friendships. If you have effort, if you're an effort giver and you can do that on the court, on the field, on the pitch, you can probably do that anywhere else. So anytime I see my kids in a situation where they're not giving effort, it's gonna piss me off and I'm gonna have a problem with it. What I will say about that as well, in terms of like you mentioned like the sideline stuff, I do go to my kids' games and I am the guy who's sort of, because I'm a coach, like I'm always in coach mode. So if the coach is doing something that is completely against what we need to be doing to win, I am on the sidelines like, oh man, he should be doing this, he should be doing that. I'll bring RJ to the side. He played church league. I bring RJ to the side, give him some pointers. Hey, this kid over here is laying off. Make sure you cutting in when he's not looking, or make sure you're guarding with your hands up, stuff like that. But that I'd say if I'm just judging 1 to 10, I'm probably a 6, maybe 7.
Well, I think coaching is what helped me, like, be not as hyper competitive as Jack put it, because I was like that. I was just like her, and I think that I coached soccer. I played soccer in high school for my high school. So coaching soccer was difficult because I was coaching 6 and 7-year-olds. And I just had to learn a certain patience, you know what I mean? Like, because the offsides were happening, you know what I mean? So I had to kind of figure this out. You can't just be talking to the 6, 7-year-olds like run a lap or like, you know, all that kind of stuff that you see in the movies.
They'll quit on you quick. Like, dog, I'm not, all right, I don't want to do this.
but there's still remnants in there because I know like Desmond was playing soccer when we lived in Arizona. And at the end of the season, everybody got like a little medal. And my whole thing was like, yo, the only goal he scored all year was when he kicked the ball in the wrong net. You know what I mean? You don't get no medal for that. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, my rule is I can't coach my kid because I know that you're my kid. So I am going to be harder on you. I am going to be in your face like, what the hell you doing? I know that ain't what we did in the yard last night, or, you know, I don't coach my kid. Like, if I was a college basketball coach or something, my kid got to go to another school. I'm not doing it.
See, and I'm not that.
Go ahead, Jack.
I could coach my kid. So I've only had to coach one game, or no, I think I did 2 games of soccer. No, it was 1 game. It was 1 game. I watched the coach. Like, I go to every practice, and I end up being like the unofficial coach dad guy. Like, even in the football practices, I used to really get involved with the football stuff because I actually play football. So that's fun for me. With soccer, I've never played soccer, so it's kind of like, all right, what are we doing here? And at that time, they were 5.
You'll find out on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to the game. Shout out to that. But no, they were like 5 or 6. So for me, like with kids, my biggest thing with kids is as long as we're having fun, I know that I'm going to get the best out of you because it's all about fun. Once you start making it to a thing where it's like, hey, you're not doing this right and you're not doing this right and you need to do this on a 6-year-old, they can only take so much of that before it ain't fun anymore. I don't care. So, you know, it's got to be happy-go-lucky time. So, oh, man, you missed the goal. It's okay. Keep pushing through it. You know, we don't have to treat that like a 12-year-old. It's like, hey, you know, like, pull you out. But, you know, I think that coaching was really fun for me. We won that game. Journey actually had to volunteer to go to the other team. So we actually beat our team, which was hilarious. But, you know what I'm saying? It was fun. But in volleyball, I watched Journey really, like, that was the sport that she genuinely was like, okay, I want to get good at this. I bought her the basketball hoop and all that kind of stuff. And basketball was cool, but volleyball, like, Journey was like, yo, nah, go in the garage, hitting it off of the wall, just trying to, you know, work on her hits and her returns and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, even in football, you know, she hated it. Like, she wouldn't tell me that for a long time, but I know she hated playing football. Like, that was not something she wanted to do. It was all girls and all that kind of stuff. And it was fun because she likes the Eagles because her dad likes the Eagles. But I would say that as far as, like, being in the sport with your kid, like, I had a good time because I think it created a different bond for me and her where she sees, like, okay, when I'm mad, I think it helped with the discipline aspect because it's like, just because I'm yelling or just because I'm like angry right now, it has nothing to do with me liking you or loving you. I just see what you should be doing and you're not doing that. And if you can isolate, think about this is what you're supposed to be doing right now and this is what you're not doing. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's not about you not finishing food or something at school. Right now, you're supposed to be running as hard as you can, and you're not. And I think it helped just elevate that communication.
Yeah, I coached my kids. Like I said, I mentioned, you know, like every time a kid played a sport, they were on my team. Like that was, you know. So, but so we started when RJ was 4. RJ turned 4, and we played everything. We went from first we played t-ball to micro soccer to flag football to basketball, and then again. Then Isis played basketball with him, and she did basketball with him, and then she did baseball with him when we did a coach pitch, which was actually good. Isis picked the sport up so quick. One day I'll talk about Isis, but she picked the sport up so quick, so much so that she became my shortstop like halfway through the season, like my starting shortstop. Her first year, it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Ariana started when she was 11. I think Ariana's first sport was soccer, and then she got into basketball. And we noticed out the gate, Ariana just a super athlete. She was an amazing athlete. But what we had to do, to your point, 2-5, because when you get to that middle school age, it is, you are trying to fine tune those skills to get them to that next level. So if they want to play high school ball, they can make the team. So, and we're together all the time. So she started at 11 playing 7th grade ball. She actually tried out without ever playing in a league, and made it to the last day of tryouts and got cut. And her heart was broken. I said, we're going to do everything we can to make sure your 8th grade year, there's no doubt about it, you make the team. So we played church league ball like every season they had it until season came back up. She ended up being a starter on the middle school team, and I became the assistant coach on that team. And then we played AAU ball between middle school and high school. She got to high school, and of course, I didn't coach the high school team, praise God, but I was coaching the AAU team. I was assistant coaching the AAU team, and but the thing, what I'm trying to say is that we had to create a rule where we didn't talk about the game at all unless she asked about it. So we'd have the game, like once we left, once the game was over, and we didn't talk about the game at all. But I made it to every single game. I was in the stands for every single game, no matter where it was. And we get in the car and we'd ride. And if she wanted to talk about it, she'd say, "Hey, what do you think?" And we'd talk. And if she didn't, we wouldn't. Because I noticed that a barrier started to be created where she felt like I was being overly critical, and I didn't want that because I'm doing it for her good. So I can't say I'm doing it for your good, but it makes you feel bad when we talk about it. So that helped.
Yeah, I hit that point with Denon with track, and Cam Newton helped out. The way he acted after the Super Bowl, I was like, yo, he just ain't ready to talk yet. You know what I'm saying? But what would you do if your child scored 83 points in a basketball game?
I would say that my child is a God-tier player amongst these little feeble kids.
Well, Bam Adebayo did that the other night, and he's been getting nothing but criticism, it seems like. Where do you guys fall on Bam Adebayo's historic night?
Rajon can go first.
Yeah, he is a Miami Heat fan. That would make sense.
I am a Miami Heat fan.
He probably loved it.
I actually was not watching that game. I was working, as I mentioned earlier, but I did see on my phone was going, off with the notifications. I think the first one was like, oh, he has 43 points in the first half. I was like, what? And then it said he scored 30. He outscored the other team in a quarter. And I was like, huh? And then it got to he has 72. And I was like, what is going on? So I'm just looking through my, my phone, like, this is crazy. That's how he got to 83. And I was like, that's pretty cool that he got to 83. Then I saw the internet responding to it and reacting to it. There's a few things that I noticed. One, people who were just like, I can't believe he broke Kobe's record. 81 was not a record, just for the purpose of context. He broke Kobe's record, and then it was he shot 43 foul shots. And I was like, oh, dang, it must have been a bunch of ticky-tack fouls. The refs were just the refs were in his pocket. And I watched it, and I saw how literally they just were hacking him at half court. And as they were hacking him, he just throw a shot up, because if you're gonna hack me, I'm gonna get free throws out of it, which is a common practice in NBA basketball these days. So I thought it was 83. That's an impressive feat. We've only seen 3 players in NBA history get 80 or more. Kobe Bryant, Bam Adebayo, and Wilt Chamberlain. So I think it's on its face, it's an amazing feat. So that's why I stand on it.
Two-Five, go ahead, man.
So look, I'm so sorry, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace. That my team had to be the team that this happened against.
Zards.
I was actually recording Sports Reports as Ordered when it happened. So I wasn't watching it because, I was sitting there and then my phone was just going nuts. And, I know last time my phone went that nuts while I was recording, something tragic had happened. So I was like, oh, so I looked real quick and it was like Bam has 70 points. And I was like, Bam, who? Like, because if you think about, if you think about, who could I envision scoring 83 points?
I don't think Bam's ever scored 50.
No, his career high previously was 41.
40, right? Yeah.
So like if you gave me an hour and told me list 50 people that you think could score 83 points, I still probably wouldn't have wrote Bam Adebayo.
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not even because he's not a good player. He went to Kentucky and everything. But it's just that, he's not that type of player.
What?
He's not that. He did. He's not that Anthony Davis kind of guy that could get you 40 at a given time. You know what I mean? He's more of that. He's the leader of the team, probably the best player on the team. But I still view him through a dirty work kind of lens. He plays the defense on the other team's star, should be in the defensive player of the year race every year. So I don't think of him through that lens. And, he's been an all-star. So it's shocking. I know that Devin Booker scored 70 a few years ago. Dame Lillard, I think, had 71 the year after that. Luka had a 73-point game. In my brain, even though Devin Booker and Dame Lillard aren't on the level of Kobe Bryant, that makes sense to me that they could score that many points. Donovan Mitchell had a 70-point game. That makes sense to me. Or it might have been 65. I can't remember. But he had a high score. Okay, thank you. I know he had a high scoring game. So if you told me, hypothetically, real quick, and then I'll get off it. If you told me Jason Tatum scored 71 points or 83 points, I might be like, really? Okay. Said if you told me that Jalen Brunson did it, I would laugh because I'm like, the NBA really plays no defense. If I didn't watch this, if I didn't see it and people weren't talking about it, if you told me Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, I would say, hook me up with your supplier.
Oh,
man.
Well,
and wars.
It's just crazy to me that everybody's all up in arms about this. Rajon hates Kobe Bryant, for everybody who doesn't know. So anytime he gets a chance that he can talk down on Kobe, he's coming in red hot. He loves it because I love Kobe.
I just want, just really quickly.
No, you already talked.
No, I know. Just really quickly, just because I know you said when I talked down on Kobe, so I just want all the fans, please put in the comment section all the things that I said negative about Kobe during my statement.
Okay, that's cool. So isolation. He tries to do the little gimmicky thing where it's like, I didn't say it this time. You also don't get the benefits of talking to him.
I never say it
outside of pod world. Okay,
he still never said anything negative that I said about Kobe.
So Bam Adebayo decided to score 83 points. And the reason that everybody was so upset is not because he scored 83 points. It's not because he broke Kobe's record, which is a record because it's the second highest scoring, game.
Name me some of the other second highest.
Also, that's also the highest scoring game that anybody's ever witnessed.
Yeah, don't forget about Drew Brees' record being the second most in passing yards in NFL history.
Yeah, Drew Brees. So, anyway, so the reason everybody's upset, it's not because of what Bam did. It's because of how Bam did it, right? So, if you actually watch the game, you see that if you go back now that it's been a thing, there's so many things you can go back and look at. Analytically, Bam was on pace to pass up Kobe's record in the third quarter. He was already the whole game. He was on pace. He had 70 points as soon as the fourth quarter started. The thing that pissed everybody off is that he had 43 free throws, which is absolutely insane. He had way too many free throws. It was the constant just the Wizards over here. You know, I don't know what the Wizards were doing at one point in time.
Tanking.
No, but you saw the Wizards actually attempt to like stop him from breaking the record, but they did it when there was 1 minute and 43 seconds left. So it was like, did y'all not think that them fouling y'all at half court and them missing free throws so he can get the rebound and
all
get
right,
more
hold
points?
on. Let me step in here for a quick second.
Oh no, your Wizards are—they're sorry.
No, not that. No, it's not about the Wizards. Not about the Wizards. So Bam Adebayo with the 43 free throw attempts, NBA record. Who do you think had the record before him?
James Gilbert Harden.
What you think, Rez? Who you think had the record before him?
I would probably say Dwayne Wade.
Wouldn't it make sense for it to be Shaq? But it was Dwight Howard with 39.
Ah, there we go. Dwight Howard. Because remember, Adam Silver changed the rule. After that, he was like, yo, y'all are slowing the games down to an absolute, So
but anyway, my bad. I just wanted to throw that out.
No, you're good. Bam Adebayo, he had a career night. He did the 83 points. He had the most free throws. He broke another record, too. I don't remember what it was, but it was he shot the most 3-point attempts in a game ever. So, like he was out there going crazy. So I'm not mad at that. What I'm mad at is Bam Adebayo is in a place where we have social media and everybody is in their feelings on social media. So instead of everybody acknowledging that, you know what, I just didn't really like the way that he got his 83, they're just saying shit like the NBA sucks and the NBA should have did better. And there's an unspoken rule that you don't do certain things when you're blowing a team out. And none of that matters. It doesn't matter. Like, the bottom line is he scored 83 points. He is now the second highest scorer of all time in the game, and that's okay. But there is a magical stat that everybody.
It's not a record.
It is okay.
Well, it's the second highest scorer. It's a record.
It
is a record now. Top 3 performance. Okay, it's a record.
Is it a record though? Okay. We'll talk about more.
In the modern NBA, he is the highest scoring player to ever.
Okay, there you go.
All right, since this guy just refuses to pretend that he can just come over here with us. All right, so there's this thing called the game score, right?
Talking to you, 2-5.
Everybody gets the game score, and the game score actually tells you how good you were in your game. And it just compiles all your makes and contributions versus all your mistakes. And your game score is the result of that. No, it's not plus minus, it's game score. Listen to what I'm saying.
Plus minus is
he's so ready to fight. Look at that. He just got it up.
Plus minus is when you were on the court. This is how much your team was either winning or losing by. So if I was on the court and we're down 13 and I never play the rest of the game, my plus minus is negative 13.
13, right. Okay, nice. All right, Jack, sorry about that. Where does this game score come from? I never heard this. This is new.
So the concept of the game score is a basketball analyst named John Hallinger.
Shout out to John Hallinger. I love him. John Hallinger, yeah.
So he created a thing called the game score calculator. And it's just based off of a player's single game performance. I'm not going to do the whole definition thing because who gives a fuck. But your game score is basically like how good you were in that game, actually.
For sure.
The person with the highest game score of all time is Michael Jordan with 64.6, and it was the game that he scored 69. The second best game score performance is Luka Doncic when he scored the 73.
Mm-hmm.
And the third best game score of all time is Kobe's 81, 4 being Joel Embiid, 5 being Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Joel's got a 70-point game.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is number 5. And number 6 is Bam Adebayo.
Wow.
So,
that's amazing.
For all the people that are upset about, he scored too much or the NBA, blah, 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 his actual game score is top 6 all time.
Before Rez gets back in here, just for context purposes, the Heat were missing 2 or 3 starters too. So this wasn't like like Bam just woke up one morning and was like, I'm going for it. Like they needed his contribution to some degree to at least get a lead on the Wizards.
For
you
sure.
know, whereas in Kobe's, you know what I mean? Like they were down.
They had to
close
had to
game,
lead
no
the
way.
team back. Yeah.
They were down 5 in the fourth, so he
Yeah.
actually needed to play.
It was a close
But
game.
needless to say, everybody who's mad, it's okay to be mad. But bottom line,
Not okay
things-
to be mad.
No, it is. No, you have every
You have every right to feel however
You
you
have the
feel about
right to
everything
be
in the
mad.
world.
You're just wrong.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. You're mad. You're mad. That's on you. You know, nobody
what I'm
can
saying?
tell you not to
I'm
be
sorry.
mad.
Look, I'm a guy that visits Kobe Stan every so often.
He does.
Hey,
You know what I mean? But I can't
you
do it.
see
on
where
you.
that is?
Can't do
Hey,
it. on
you know what I'm saying?
But
We
go ahead,
always let
Rez,
go.
why do you hate Kobe so much?
I don't. And
No,
so
you do.
This actually is really good. This is a really good segue. So actually, I don't hate Kobe Bryant at all. I'm actually one of the people who has repeatedly said how amazing Kobe Bryant has been in his career and even beyond his career. The fact that he started from where he started, trying to be one version of himself, changed his number, changed his life, became a extremely good leader of his team, though he did it in a different way. It's just that when people want to sort of put a thing on you when you don't agree with 100% of the things that they believe about a person, you know, that there's a certain level of standness that comes with it, that I don't really stand by. And then anytime you react to those people reacting to your statement, like somehow you hate the person that they were talking about originally, which is sort of our next topic, right? So talking about stands, right? And the fact that, so what do you guys call a stan? Two-Five, what do you think is a stan?
I think in its most simplest form, you know, a stan is someone devoid of reality when it comes to something that they like. So me and Jack were having a conversation yesterday real quick, and we were talking about Nas. And Jack said something that, like, because I was like, how could you not like Nas? He's the poet. He's, you know, and then he was like, yo, J. Cole. And then I was just like, I get it. Okay, that makes sense. Like, not for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the talent is there. Like, even if you don't like Nas, I don't think people just say he's not skilled.
Right.
But it's just not for them.
Right. Right. What do you think about, Jack, what do you consider a stan?
An overzealous fan, somebody who is like, they think that they know, that's their best friend. Like, this guy is literally right here in my arm. You can't tell me about them. I know them better than they know themselves. Like, super overzealous.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. Of course, for those who don't know, those who are not, you know, don't understand the context of Stan, Eminem had a song called Stan about a guy who was a big super fan of his that wanted Eminem to just know that he existed in the world and he did everything that he could, even though Eminem had millions of fans. He just thought he was the biggest fan. For me, it goes from fan to stan when you can't even listen to objective criticism about a person. Like that's for me. Like I don't like standish. I'm a big fan of certain things, right? I'm a big fan of Jay-Z. But if you ask me about bad Jay-Z albums, I have a list of them, right? And if you were to tell me, oh, I don't have Jay-Z as my favorite rapper of all time, I don't jump off a cliff because you feel that way. It's not something I'm going to hold against you. I'm not going to bring it up every time we talk about music. Like, oh, because you hate Jay-Z. Like, no, you just don't like that music, and that's okay. As Jack said earlier, you have a right to feel however you feel, whether I think is right or wrong. So coming back to, you know, the idea of the Kobe, we were having a conversation earlier about Bam, and then it got to the Kobe thing, and he was saying that I was fine with everything because I hate Kobe. No, I hate Kobe stans. I hate people that are inhabitants, the government, the infrastructure of Kobe stan. I also hate.
We
Jordan
pronounce it
stan.
Kobe stan.
I also hate Jordan stan, and I hate bronsexuals. All of them. All of y'all. Like, because you make every criticism some kind of indication that somebody hates somebody. For example, I use Jack. Jack is a Drake fan. I know this for a fact. When Not Like Us and a Drake thing was going on, when the Drake and a Kendrick beef was going on, we had our conversations. But Jack is somebody who will say, oh, well, No, but Kendrick da-da-da-da-da. Kendrick da-da-da-da. Like, he can acknowledge things without it being, oh, you just hate Drake. No, if I just hated Drake, I would just say I hate Drake. Like, there's really easy ways. And there are people who will tell you, I hate Drake. And that's okay.
I hate LeBron.
But not everybody who has an objective criticism of a person hates that person. They may just hate the fact that you make everything an example of why you hate the person. I don't hate the person. I hate you.
2-5.
Well, Kobe's a great example because realistically, breaking it down to its core, he's the original Dylan Raiola. He literally walked into the league trying to be someone else. And he did a pretty damn good impersonation too. You know what I mean? But then he became his own person. So yeah. Jack and I had a conversation. We got into it because I don't care what Jack gets on these airwaves and lies to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? Kobe quit in that damn Game 7 against Phoenix. And if there was any other player, you know what I'm saying, that did that level of bullshit, Jack would call them out, and that would be the reason he don't like them. You know, but it's not just Kobe. So what I was saying to Rez, what I was saying to you was, I don't think Rez hates Kobe, but you do go, for me at least, as an outside observer, you go out of your way. Like, so like, for example, like somebody might say something about, you know, LeBron, and you might be like, hey, he still had a triple-double. Like, most players would die to have that game, which is absolutely true. But then somebody will say something about Kobe, and you'll be like, well, yeah, I mean, he took 34 shots. I mean, whoop-de-doo, he hit some tough ones.
No,
like, so you know what I'm saying? You do that.
No, I actually know the one example that you're talking about, which in one situation where if you're talking about Game 7 against Boston and LA, and the question was, I said that Paul Gasol should have been the MVP of that series.
No, Kobe, I wasn't even going to bring that up. But no, go ahead.
That's the only argument I've ever made against Kobe. And people make that the reason why I hate Kobe. It literally is my number one reason. That's the only thing I've ever said is because Kobe went 6 for 24 in that Game 7. Meta World Peace saved them. Paul Gasol saved them. That was my entire point. And that was my full stop. I acknowledge every other great thing that Kobe's ever done.
Nobody had
a hater would say, Kobe's never done anything. Tell me one good thing that Kobe's done. I've never ever done that.
Well, it's good that you bring that up because like I said, I visit Kobe stands sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And where I get into it with the actual stands is I say things along the lines of, because people get mad at me because I don't have Kobe in my top 5. You know, even though I love Kobe, I got him at like number 8 or 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
But what I say about Kobe is when we're looking at the people that we generally consider to be the GOATs, to me, he has the worst finals performances of them. You know what I mean? Like he has those 6 for 24s overall. I'm not even saying that he played bad. I'm just saying comparatively speaking, you know, say he doesn't have a finals that matches Jordan against the Suns. You know, he doesn't have a finals like hell. LeBron lost to the Warriors and averaged a triple-double. You know what I mean? Like, so when we're talking about, when we're talking about the best of the best, I'm like, Kobe doesn't have those, but he has the narrative on his side that he's the killer, he's the stone cold guy in the fourth quarter, that XYZ, so on and so forth. And he absolutely is. But when you're looking statistically, somebody like LeBron James, who is known as a choker, has more game winners on a higher percentage.
It's true.
Like, you know what I mean? That's not hate. That doesn't mean I hate Kobe. That doesn't make me any lesser of a Kobe fan. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah. All that. Super true.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not just a Kobe thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll take it off Kobe altogether. Like, just again, like Cowboy fans, I use the exact same example. People think that people hate the Cowboys. I've heard people say, y'all just hate the Cowboys. Cowboys fans will tell you, y'all hate the Cowboys. Everybody hates the Cowboys. Nobody hates the Cowboys. Maybe the Eagles hate the Cowboys. Nobody else hates the Cowboys. You know what people hate? Cowboy fans. Y'all are really annoying.
Hey, that's a stone cold fact, actually.
Yeah. Y'all are really annoying. Y'all are annoying people.
Yes.
And like that is something that you need to deal with. Go to your Lord and Savior and pray about. Nobody hates the Cowboys. Nobody starts the season hoping that the Cowboys lose. In fact, any team that I do not like, I don't like them because of their fan base. Period.
And we are both. All three of us are NFC fans. So I mean,
yeah,
this is accuracy. I mean, 2-5. I don't know how 2-5 feels. I hate the Redskins, but I don't hate 2-5 for loving the Redskins.
Shout out to the
I don't like the like if the Cowboys. And I don't know if y'all want to edit this, but I just got to roll with it because it popped into my brain. If the Cowboys were playing against the Bin Laden All-Stars, I would cheer for the Bin Laden All-Stars. That's where we are.
Yeah, and I think we are. I think that's fine.
But that's because I grew up in the heat of when they were the Redskins.
But that's y'all are rivals. That makes sense.
Right. It's the thing.
It's like,
but
like
I don't
Seahawks,
hate
like
people.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't hate people. I live in San Antonio. I can't escape the Cowboys.
And that's the thing. That's the thing right there. You know what I mean? Like it'll be like, oh, the Eagles fans are the worst fans ever. They're just so terrible.
Damn close.
No. I'm not disagreeing. Hey, dog. As an Eagles fan, I will tell you, I have said multiple times. I know y'all have heard me say this multiple times. Like, yo, some of these dudes is crazy. Like,
dog, Niners
like, but at the same time, Cowboy fans are easily the most annoying because they're not diehard Cowboy fans. Half the time, they're not from Dallas. Half the time, they grew up in some city that didn't have a team, so it was just like, oh well, I'm part of America's team.
Half the time, they don't watch the games.
They definitely don't. But back to what we were talking about with Kobe. Rajon hates Kobe, and that's okay.
Let's get back to Kobe.
He hates Kobe Bryant fans, and that's the way he like gets it off, and that's all right. But he just doesn't like Kobe Bryant. He doesn't have him in his top 5. He has him in his top 10 only because
also doesn't have him in his top 5.
I don't care.
Wait.
We're talking about you. We're talking about you.
Who you don't think is a Kobe hater also does not have him in his top 5.
But he's not a Kobe hater. He loves Kobe. You don't. You hate Kobe because you love LeBron. And that's what the bottom line is. You love LeBron so much, and you can't handle the fact that people don't want to love this.
Can you like two players? Is it possible to like two people at the same time?
You can definitely like two players, but you can't hate both. You know? And you can only hate one.
I don't hate anyone.
You don't hate Michael Jordan. You lie. You tell people you hate Michael Jordan fans. You don't hate Michael Jordan or his fans.
I hate Michael Jordan.
You don't hate Kareem or his fans.
Hate
Kobe Bryant and his fans. This man sends me pictures of Kobe taking weird photo ops. He sends me Kobe verses that are terrible.
You love Kobe.
Verses. He lives to talk shit about Kobe Bryant. Don't listen to anything he says after today when it comes to he don't like him. He don't like him. He might have liked him at one point in time. He might have respected him, but he does not like him. That's the bottom line.
Crazy.
Well, you hate him.
All right, cool. You got to separate
2-5. Why did you bring up Bam Adebayo? No, 2-5. Co-sign this. Why did he bring up Bam 83 today?
I didn't bring it up today.
Because of the Kobe stands?
I didn't bring it up today.
I thought that was the first thing you said this morning.
Dog, literally woke up with it on his mind. Literally woke up with it on his mind.
I said Bam Adebayo?
Dog.
No, you were talking about Kobe. You were talking about like the reaction to Kobe and like his fans.
The reaction. So what does that got to do with Kobe?
At 8:41 this morning, you said you saw Cooper Flag passes Kobe Bryant all time.
I posted.
That's what he said. And then you said Cooper just pissed off the natives of Kobe stand. Why did he get injured so the record couldn't
What does that have to do with Kobe?
You hate Kobe. You just said Kobe stand. You only care about pissing off Kobe fans because it makes you happy.
Stop. Jack. If my entire premise is I hate Kobe fans, and I said this pisses off Kobe stan, which are the Kobe fans, where do you hear Kobe?
In the name Kobe stan. When you talk about us, you talk about him.
All right. Then then you just committed to not understanding. I'm cool with that. There you go. Hey, what's the next topic? What's the next topic?
Well, I had it perfectly set up because I was going to say I don't like Cody Rhodes, but I guess I got to say something else. So how about I loved when Cody Rhodes bled all over the ring last night. Randy Orton took all the years of frustration of not being champion out on Cody Rhodes last night. Randy has gone full Viper mode. WrestleMania main event, night 1. Guys, did you like the execution?
I loved it. It made me feel like, yo, this is the Randy Orton that I used to love. Like, this is the dude that I actually rocked with back in Evolution and all that kind of stuff. Like, dude was off his hinges. So he became the Legend Killer and all that stuff. Like, last night, what he did to Cody Rhodes was out of nowhere. They seemed cool. They signed the paper. It was like, all right, cool. Figure he gonna get my RKO, walk out the ring. Nah, let me rip your clothes off, throw you outside, and bust you open. Pause. And then let me hit you a couple more times with the steel ramp. Lamb you. Like, bro, he was just mad. It was crazy.
As long as he don't invoke the name Mama Rhodes, because I don't want no copycats.
Nah, Randy's not gonna do that. Randy's gonna keep it strictly on I hate you. Just like Rez keeps it strictly on.
But they used to be in Legacy together, so like I've been waiting for this to happen. You know what I mean? Even though I don't particularly like either one, I just like stories and I like tying things together. But Rez, where do you stand on this?
I actually didn't watch it. I was out on date night with my wife. I'm glad that they're trying to do some build up towards the Cody RKO fight.
Is that what we call a Freudian slip?
Yeah. When I said I'm glad that they're doing a build up to Kobe, that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. They'd have a build up to the Cody Rhodes Randy Orton fight. There isn't enough buzz and heat around the other WrestleMania main events right now. So they need to do everything they can. They got the title off Drew McIntyre, which I'm so happy about. It's back on Cody. I'm not really happy about that. But my hope was that they were going to make Cody heel Cody. They didn't. They made Randy Orton heel Randy Orton. So, we'll see what happens with that. I would have loved to see heel Cody just based on what I saw of him in his time in AEW. So if we can see Cody, like we don't need forever face Cody. We need Cody. No. We need to see that heel Cody so we can see if he can take it, as far as he did. And I think he'll actually attract way more fans if he was a heel. But I think, what I saw from the highlights from last night seems pretty good. And looking forward to more.
I agree.
So then of course, the Usos had to come out there and defend their family honor to the one and only Cookie Monster Punk. They got in his face for what he said about Sika, aka Roman's daddy. Yay or nay? How did that go, Jack?
First of all, Pepsi Phil deserved everything that he got last night. He's over here. I got these bags under my eyes, and I gotta carry your bullshit all the way to. Shut up. How about you carry this fist across your face? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that I can't. Yeah, bow. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me no young boy. Don't call me your young boy. I'm not your young boy. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's pretty dope. The only thing I'm afraid of is that we're gonna get Bloodline 2.0. It's gonna start with he disrespected this, then it's gonna be, oh man, we got to get back.
Bloodline Jack.
No, this is the thing. Like, I love the Bloodline, but at the same time, I want it to be like organic. You know what I mean? Like, don't give us that because y'all know it's gonna sell. Don't give us that because y'all know that's where it needs to be. You know what I mean?
No family bonding on Jack time.
I'm here with the family bonding. It's just don't give me the same story again just to get a cheap reaction out of me.
But now there's different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? You here for Bloodline 2.0, Rez?
No. I'm really sick of I just want them to actually like build out actual storylines. Everything doesn't have to be a stable. Like we don't need, Roman to have like so one thing I think that wrestling leans way too much on is like the run-ins. Like as opposed to just putting together good matches, like everything has to have the person with the manager or the crew that's going to run in and stop the fight and make the fight not go all the way through. Like, just put together good fights, man. Like, it ain't hard to do. You can build storylines and have good fights. Like, that ain't that hard. And I think really since the inception, I guess you could trace it back to like the Four Horsemen, but like I think the larger version of that we've seen like when D-Generation X got together, and that was really the first time it was like, yeah, we're just not going to finish fights. We're just going to have people do run-ins, and we're going to have 87 people on a team, and then the blood thing happened, and then you got the MFTs, which is the most pointless thing that I've ever seen. You got the Wyatt family, which is also pointless. So we got all these stables running around. We had Judgment Day with another pointless team. Like it doesn't do them any good to be in these squads. So no, I want to see people actually like put together good storylines and good wrestling. That's what I'd like to see.
You know what? I vehemently disagree.
I'm about to say too. You look a little angry.
Because I was thinking about this. I got my pen because but so you know how the Undertaker had the streak, right?
Yeah.
Roman has the I got screwed at WrestleMania stimulus, because he won the title, and then Seth Rollins cashed in on him. You know what I mean? Then the second match against Cody, you had The Rock come out, then Undertaker, all these people came out. Seth Rollins ended up screwing him, and then last year at WrestleMania, he lost his wise man. So I want bloodline wars, not necessarily them getting back together, because CM Punk threw some psychology at the Usos too. Like, hey, this man never thanked you for keeping him champion. He looks down on y'all. He doesn't respect you, whatever the case may be. And they got to admit, I mean, obviously this is a storyline, it's wrestling, all that stuff, but they got to admit, like, hey, CM Punk ain't wrong about that. Just 2-3 months ago, Jimmy was accusing Jay of, like, yo, you becoming Roman.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So tie this
up. There can be some long-term storytelling in this.
So I don't wanna be like, yo, Rez, we need another run-in. but I would love to see the Usos, take care of Roman and be like, yeah, you can't do it without us. I would like to see that.
Okay, now from that angle, that aspect, that would be cool. We come in, we make sure you win, and then after that, now it's like, always understand that really without us, there is no you.
Yeah, but you also have to have the redemption of, Roman finally, he finally did it by himself. That's probably the stronger way to go based on who Roman is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like overall, I'm enjoying the WrestleMania buildup. So if we're just looking at the moment that we're in right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that SmackDown was able to catapult Randy and Cody into a different space to where you're actually excited for it. Randy.
But that's kind of my problem, and it goes back to when the Bloodline did rule everything. They focus on the top match so much. I don't care about the rest of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't care about everything else.
Well, I can't say I don't care. I mean, I'm here for Rhea and Jade. I think that's gonna be dope.
You just want Jade on top.
Mommy's always on top. But I'm upset that they canceled the Twitter beef thing. I don't like that they stopped that, because that was something that was gonna build up and people were gonna really get behind it.
I know, but it was real though, they say. So like, what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like, for the story, like you didn't have to just come out on the ring. Oh, we're not body shaming each other. Shut up. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I do have a question for Rez though.
Yo.
Because Rez went through his Shield indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? He became a member of Rollins Stan. You know what I'm saying? But where do you stand on all these masked men and Seth's stupid ass army?
I hate it. I wish we could start a petition to just ban masked men in general from WWE. That was another one. Like,
except for Penta.
You can't see me.
No, I mean not like that. I mean like just the whole. The person in the black hoodie with the black shiesty on, and they come out and then they do something and they run back in the crowd. Like, I think at some point, an actual fan is going to run out of the stands and like do that, and it's going to be a really dangerous thing. So I actually think like it has real life implications that could come later on, but that's another thing for another day. I think I saw a video that said in the last 2 years, WWE has used the masked man thing 21 times.
Oh wow,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And they showed a clip of all the times that they've done it in the last 2 years. That is a lot of times to recycle a gimmick.
Yeah, that is.
Well, here's an important mask. Rumors say that Dominic Mysterio wants to do a hair versus mask match against Penta.
Like if I win, you take your mask off. If you win, I cut my hair. I'm not mad at that. I don't want it for WrestleMania. Don't make that for WrestleMania. Just make them fight for the title, and then they can keep the feud going. But as far as Seth and his army goes, I liked it on Monday only because I like the whole Mirror Man thing where it's like Seth is too hurt to actually fight anybody, so he's got like all the masked dudes so he can get out of there. But that's all that I like about it. I don't like the fact that they keep coming and they keep doing all this stuff. Like, I do think that that's corny. So
Dog, stay home, bro. Just stay home, be a family man, dog.
Stay home and be a family man until you heal.
There you go.
Take care of your kids and come back when you can
go
fight,
home
dog.
with your man.
Dog.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, that was rude. That was rude.
She's the man.
His wife
I
is
know,
called the
but that was rude. That was rude, man. Because you don't.
The thing that's rude is culture vultures. Because every time I turn around, there's these people infiltrating our culture, stealing it for their own gain, and then when it's not advantageous for them anymore, they poof go away. Yeah. Welcome to the club, Jack Harlow.
So this conversation did come from the release of the new Jack Harlow album, Monica, which I have not heard, so I have no critique of. But it did make me think about just the sort of the response that came from the internet about sort of what the fact that it's like a neo soul style album. So he literally says that making the album made him blacker. He feels blacker since he made the album.
Wait, is this like a fact he said that?
There's an actual quote. There's an actual quote. So it made me think about people that have come around and made use of the African American culture to get themselves to a certain level and then sort of disappeared from it. People that come to mind. I know Eminem has actually historically been called a culture vulture by several people. I don't think that Eminem is. I think Eminem has always been exactly who he's been. He's been that from day one to now. He's grown as a man, but he's always been of the culture. He's always been hip hop culture. We don't have a country Eminem album out there, for example. But MGK, come to the front of the church. Kid Rock, come to the front of the church. Rascal Flatts, come to the front of the church. The people that do Post Malone, come to the front of the church.
Post Malone is number one.
The people who did "Come Into Your City" theme song, come to the front of the church. All of y'all, like if you make country music, Justin Timberlake, come to the front of the church because we heard "Man in the Woods." We know what you really about. We know what you really wanted to do, and we know that when that album didn't sell, you was back to sliding on the floor and making songs with Pharrell. So we know exactly like. So that's for me. That's the thing, right? If you can be a white person that loves hip hop. A great example is Parks on the Joe Budden podcast.
Joe Budden podcast.
An amazing, I think Justin Bieber actually is not a culture vulture. I think Justin Bieber is actually of the culture. He's just very diverse within it. But like, there are people.
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea, culture vulture, right? So so that to me is where the culture vulture conversation begins. So what are y'all thoughts?
No, so like for me, my problem isn't necessarily them. You know what I mean? So let me use an analogy here. You know, people talk about being cheated on, right? And then a lot of times we see the person stay with the person that cheated on them. Yeah. So after a while, I can't blame the cheater anymore. You know what I mean? Like I blame you now because they did that to you and you're still here. So where I go with the culture vulture thing is up there to the Ivins and the Rubens and the people like that of that ilk, the Cohens, of that ilk. You know, because they are the ones that determine, one, what's going to be successful, what's going to play on radio, what song is going to get a single. So when you hear people say these things like, yo, rap music doesn't have a message or it's not positive in it, it's because those people that are not of the culture are defining the culture.
The girls.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They're defining the culture. They're saying this is what's going to be hot in the streets. Like I have to deal with people like this, and I got to hear bullshit like Mims. Nobody wanted Mims. Nobody wants Soulja Boy. Nobody wants the Migos. But apparently, these people told me that I gotta have them.
Hey, yo, not too much on the Migos. He was good, but yeah, nah.
Hey, that's the clip
That was
right
crazy. That was crazy.
there. That's the clip right there.
That's what they decided.
That was crazy.
But
yeah,
I mean, in the people that you mentioned, right? Yes. So like, I think the outlier in that conversation would be Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin has proven to be extremely of the culture. He's a co-founder of Def Jam Records. He continues to work with hip hop artists. I mean, even in his when he had his show on Netflix, like one of his interviews, he interviewed Kendrick Lamar, and they talked they had a hip hop discussion that was like a graduate level course between the two of them. So like stuff like that, like I think Rick Rubin, but I think Jimmy Iovine, absolutely. We talk about what's the man we were just talking about earlier that Lucian Grange.
Lucian, yeah.
Lucian Grange, right? Leo Corn, like the only hip hop stuff you know them to do is own hip hop music and direct hip hop music.
I even put Vlad. I put Vlad in that area too.
Oh, Vlad is absolutely a culture vulture.
Like
Adam 22, culture vulture.
I don't even think he's a culture vulture. I think he's just a dummy.
He's just an opportunist.
Yeah, he's not big on just like hip hop. You know what I mean? Like Adam 22 is just a dummy. He just does anything that works for popularity. He's just a pick me, basically.
Sure. What about DJ Khaled? Where he fall on this?
He's not a culture vulture. DJ, so
I don't know much about him. That's a legit question.
DJ Khaled to me is not a culture vulture. I think DJ Khaled is legitimately like cool and part of the culture. And I think that his biggest uprise was figuring out like, okay, wait, I can do these hip hop albums, but if I want to break over or cross over, I gotta switch it up a little bit, make it a little bit more poppy, because I don't think people realize like DJ Khaled was out here, nigga this and nigga, hey, we the best nigga.
I know. Y'all let Fat Joe get that off too.
I don't.
Fat Joe's Puerto Rican from New York.
I don't.
Is he black?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's black.
That's
I feel like, hey, look, black is Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans.
But what about the ones that are actually white though?
You're talking about the African diaspora, which is different from black.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all good.
They're on the diaspora. They're not black.
They're black enough.
No.
All right. So, but for me, you know what I mean? Like I agree with the Jack Harlows and those people that you brought up. Like, it's just harder for me to look at them when someone is giving them the template and the key to do those things. So yeah. I look at those people versus the person that's gaining, because all Jack Harlow is doing is getting money, but they getting the money, like the recognition.
You got to think about it this way. Like, before they get signed, they're still an independent artist. You know what I mean? So before the whole signing and what direction are you going in as an artist, especially nowadays, you can definitely say that about Jack Harlow and Post Malone. They came out as rappers. MGK came out as a rapper. Yellow Wolf came out as a rapper. This is before
Kid Rock came out as a rapper.
Kid Rock, the bomb, the big, the big, whatever. Before they got signed and were major artists, they were rapping, and that's what they wanted to be. Then Kid once they got on,
DMC suits.
You can honestly, 2-5, you can flip your argument and say when they got on, they were told, hey, why don't you come over here and be more successful? Post Malone went from White Iverson to
MGK literally went toe to toe with Eminem and then like just put on a dress.
Eminem slapped him into whitehood. Like
he just like my man just disappeared
and honestly, with the MGK thing, like this is a big conspiracy, but I mean I think that him getting with Megan Fox and then they started getting into the other side.
Was a member of the BBL clan.
What?
Say more.
She's the newest member of the BBL clan.
No, she never got a BBL. She just put a picture up of her ass. She never got a BBL though.
I ain't trusting that. I don't think that's natural.
Sounds like research just needs to happen. That's all.
Yeah, you gotta do some research on it. But do some research. We'll figure it out. We'll reconvene. But she does like they did like they drunk each other's blood, and they jumped over there to that satanic area. So I think MGK thing to me is a part of a bigger picture. But as far as culture vultures go, Post Malone is number one for me. Iggy Azalea is number two, and Jack Harlow would be number three. Rez said a couple of good people too, like Kid Rock, because
the fact that you have a list.
Justin Bieber's not a culture vulture. Miley Cyrus is not a culture vulture. Who else is somebody that we could say? Homegirl that's in Paramore, she ain't a culture vulture. There's a few of them. Haley Williams. She not a culture vulture.
Oh, Haley. I thought that was Halsey.
Yeah. Oh, Halsey. Halsey's not a culture vulture either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Halsey is actually black. A lot of people don't know that. Her dad is black.
That.
Yeah,
I don't know much about her, to be honest.
Yeah, she's Halsey is literally the definition of what white passing is, not what people try to pass it off as. So yeah, but yeah. Cool.
Okay. So with that being said, saying as we added the women to the culture vultures that I wasn't prepared for, could you get those women? Because the Joe Budden podcast, was out here having this discussion about can you get it done? So guys, simply put, can you get it done?
You want to go first, Rez?
Sure. I've been single. I'm 44 years old. I've been single a total of 6 months of my adult life. I haven't tested the waters in a very long time. Been married for 19 years. Been together with my wife for 21 years. So I haven't had to holler at a young lady or rizz a lady up in a while.
Hey, get him out of here!
Sure,
all right.
Pretty sure if I needed to. I'm kind of handsome, so I'm pretty sure I can make it happen. I have some good things going for myself, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a different world, so I wouldn't want to say one or the other. I'll pass it.
That man said, "I don't know if I can rizz a lady or get him out of here."
Or rizz a lady up. You know what I mean?
Generally, I would think that people that say things like that can't get it done.
Hey, bro.
Now, honestly, I would say
6 months.
I would say
my entire adult life.
I would say
44 years old.
Because what people fail to realize about getting it done, it has nothing to do with looks whatsoever. I've seen some of the ugliest dudes you ever met with no money bag some baddies. It has nothing to do with looks. It's all about your mouthpiece and what you can say and how you act. That is it. The funnier you are, the easier it is. That is the golden ticket. If you can make a girl laugh, dog, you are in there like swimwear. Everybody else is gonna tell you all these things. Oh man, you gotta finesse and have swag and be able.
You gotta go get that fuckboy haircut that everybody's wearing.
Well, here in San Antonio, it's the Edgar haircut. I'm sick of that haircut. Golly. But yeah, the question says, can you bag women? I would say yes. I think that everybody here is married, so obviously we can bag women. But I would say that in my single lifestyle, I think I've hung out with enough women to know that, yes, if I want to meet up with the girls or get to know women, it's not a problem for me. So, yeah, I think I can get it done.
If we're being completely and totally honest here, I would give myself an incomplete. Because during my single days, they just bagged me. So
pretty boy, was it pretty boy
Lou Richie, baby? No, but I never really developed that. Because most of the women that I had dated, I either knew already, through other friends or things like that. So it wasn't a typical see a woman walking down the street. I didn't do that.
You're the proximity date.
Right.
That's me. I'm a proximity dater too. I'm not the guy who just goes up and just, hey, you
Right.
Get the number.
And I think that worked in my favor because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times these dudes was out here chasing and making fools of themselves. And it was like, yo, why that dude ain't talking to me? Or like, you know what I'm saying, like, why he over there, you know, whatever the case may be, like, what's up with him? And it was that curiosity factor, you know what I'm saying, because I was a loner, I just stayed to myself. But once we did speak, I made them laugh. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, so they were usually the initiators, you know, like even like when I met Lindsay online, like she sent that opening message, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, back when I had the wave spinning, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Long time ago.
Before I got these spikes, you know, before I got the Homer Simpson spikes, you know what I'm saying? But no, but like for real though, and that's something that like Faye always tells me, like, because you know, like sometimes, you know, I go through the stages, I'm bald, whatever. I'm like, I'm old, you know. And she's like, but you be making the bitches laugh though, you know what I'm saying? like, nah, but you're funny, you know what I'm saying? You're charming, or like, you know, like you're respectable, or whatever the case may be. So maybe I couldn't have bagged them per se back then. You know what I'm saying? But now in that mature stage, you know what I'm saying, after a lot of people have grown up and matured, then maybe they look more for a guy like me than they would have before.
Oh yeah, I think just to y'all's point, like that's one reason I said like I've never been the dude to just go out like walking through the mall like, hey girl, come here, let me holler at you. Like no, I build relationships with people. Like,
hey girl.
Yeah, like but that's
like that dude off the Chappelle show.
Can we have a conversation about that real quick? Because I don't believe dudes are like, yeah, dog. I just everywhere I go, you know, when I ask for the number, I get the number. I just go out here and bag. Like
But that's what they're talking about. But that was the conversation. They're talking about like there's like you riding by the thing, you see the lady, you roll down your window.
You roll it past your window. Yeah,
like I'm never doing that. That is never my move.
This is my thing, right? I feel like if you're quote unquote a sniper, I think that's like my favorite term for it. If you're a sniper, I feel like the whole spitting game off rip thing that doesn't really qualify you, because you can get a number and do nothing with it. You know what I mean? Like I've watched mad dudes get numbers and then nothing comes from it. You know what I'm saying? Like
what I'll say.
You know what I mean? I got it. So the question is more, I know you can get a base hit. Can you hit a home run?
Right. And
that's
also,
a better way.
Yeah. So like for me, like close rate, like my close rate is much higher than most dudes.
All right, Mariano Rivera.
I'm just saying, my close rate. Like if you just look at like attempts versus hits.
So you would be the dude. You would be the dude that went to the crib 6 times and got 6 times instead of the guy that went 10 and got 4.
Right. Like.
His batting average is what, 97.
I'm
right?
saying
that was my attempt at a. That was my attempt at a MJ LeBron. That was my.
I saw it, but I ignored that. Cool. Yeah, nah.
But like my batting average is dumb high, right? My batting average is dumb high. Like, but I'm the dude that's gonna wait for the right pitch. I'm not chasing every ball that comes across the plate. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for the right pitch. Come on, dog. I do this. I told you I can raise him up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I told him.
No, but seriously,
my average 3.57 is still
like,
hitting, you know.
I'm saying, like, you know, I'm not waiting on everything come across the plate. I'm not swinging at. I'm swinging at. I'm waiting for the right pitch that's you know at my speed. You know, so when I crack, you know what I mean? We crack. Come on,
there it is.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Because you know, a lot of times, a lot of these dudes, like they see. Because you know, obviously, looks are going to be the first thing that you notice. Mm-hmm. So you know, so a lot of these guys are like, oh, like that one, like you know what I mean? It's like, nah, that's not the one. And they like, you crazy, and it's like, maybe that's why we close it like that, because we're more particular.
Right, right.
I feel like when it comes to getting girls, I think everybody has a shot. I mean, like one of my favorite movies of all time is Hitch, right? And we watch movies.
Will Smith. Figure.
Shout out to Will Smith.
Yeah, Willard Smith.
We shouting out Will Smith.
I don't disrespect him on the stage.
Pretty Lou Richie over here throwing shots. But anyway,
dang.
Yeah, he throwing shots, but nah, Hitch. It says, right time, right place. Any guy has a shot. You know what I mean? And I do believe that any dude could have a shot with a girl, but a lot of the time it's just simple confidence, bro. Like you can walk up to a girl, get her number, yada yada yada. Hey, I'm such and such. Nice to meet you. Anybody could do that. But I think the best thing is, especially like what 2-5 alluded to, proximity relationships are awesome because it's like we are
I
always
already know you.
I know you, but it's like I've never tried to, I've seen you around. We come to the same parties, we always, but hey, you want to go to the movies on Friday? I heard you talking about y'all went to see like it's a lot easier if you get proximity. You know what I mean? Like we always come to the same bar. I see her. Like that's how it works. When you go up and get the random chick's number, don't get me wrong, of course you can do that. But proximity is really where you can strike gold because you're gonna see the person all the time. It takes away that awkward phase because you're naturally meeting them. That's why they always say call centers are like the worst places to go. Because at a call center, most people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm meeting all the person." And slowly but surely, like break the cycle. So it's like, my thing is, can you get it done? I think for the most part, most dudes who get numbers, get the girls. The horror stories come from the dudes that are overly confident who can't get it done because they talk themselves out of it. They're too cocky. They think that there's something they're not. And at the end of the day, like a lot of the times you're really stupid and you fumble the bag because you think that saying something like, "Oh man, I get all the girls." And you think that like saying that magical sentence, like, "Oh, everybody want me," you think that that's going to work out for you in a way that it doesn't. Or you also have the other guy, Buffalo Bill, and all he does is bag buffaloes, and he pretends that they're not buffaloes. And he just said, "Oh, I crack everything, walks my way." Yeah, because they look like a beetle. Like, what are we talking about? You smashing Volkswagen Beetles over here. You're like, nobody wants that.
That's why,
so y'all remember?
You gotta know your speed.
Y'all remember Human-Sized Women?
Human-Sized Women, great pod.
So let me tell you what I hate this week.
Go.
So you meet somebody. This just ties into what we were just talking about. You meet somebody. You tell your friends. You tell your family. Hey, I met this girl. I really like her. Like I'm really feeling her. And then they say, "What is she? A human." What do you mean? What is she? She's not a grasshopper. She's not a lion. She's not a gerbil. She is a human. What do you mean? And it's because we can't get past this state of you shouldn't be with this person. You shouldn't be with that person. You got to stay here. Guess what? People go where they are appreciated. I'm not going to stick around while you shit on me and disrespect me or treat me a certain way that I don't think I deserve to be treated. When I got a situation over here that, for lack of better words, acknowledges me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she is a grown-up human person, because I don't want to be associated with that Epstein shit. These are grown people that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They are adult-aged women, adult-aged females, and I hope I didn't offend anybody because I know females get them going crazy. But the point being is that it don't matter. Black, white, anything in between. Is it someone that genuinely makes you happy? That's what is important. So your first question should not be, what is she? It should be, hey, where'd you meet her at? Like, how long have you known her? Not, what is she?
Yeah,
because she is a human first and foremost.
Yeah, for sure, and great job on that.
I don't.
That's your fault, Jack.
I don't hate the take, bro, but
that was your fault. You brought that up.
I didn't. I didn't do nothing, dog.
No, that was the whole. Exactly. That was the whole.
I know
like,
exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just it came off my head. You know how natural. It's crazy how natural. It's crazy how natural that comes out, though. You know what I mean? Like little Like that was crazy the way I said that.
I told you, I was like, yo, that's awesome. You set me up. Because remember earlier, I was like, y'all don't even got nothing to hate this week. But when you said that, I was like,
But it's crazy because like we're conditioned. Like we really are conditioned to think that way sometimes, and it sucks. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild to me because I've never asked somebody the race of their spouse. I never thought to.
It's a thing, man. Trust me.
It's a thing,
like,
yeah, for sure. Like,
trust
me.
me.
I mean, I know I used to do it all the time. Like, if a dude was like, "Oh yeah, I met this girl," blah, 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 I'd be like, "Okay, is she black?" I didn't say
like,
what. I say, "Is she black?" Like,
Faye is the only white woman that I've ever been with, and like people still would be like, "What is she? What is she?" Like it was
play
like,
with Faye. Play with Faye. Watch what we do on this podcast.
My wife,
you know
my wife is the only non-black woman I've ever been with. But you know what I'm saying? I've been called a coon and all this other stuff. It's like, all right, cool. Like that's cool.
My wife is black.
I know.
Yeah, cool, brother.
Same dudes hate my relationship. Same dudes that hate my relationship be asking me for money. So,
yep,
Jack.
Yo, that was crazy.
That was wild.
I heard you had
also Toya, shout out to you. I don't want you. I was making fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Toya
too.
And shout out to Ariel. We love you too, Ariel.
Like, we all our wives are dope. So
we hold it
Don't
down.
play with none of these wives.
You know what I'm saying?
But Jack trying to play with my heartstrings because he knows I always argue about these college football rankings, so he got a ranking for us now.
Well, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to go ahead and combine my hot take with movies. You know what I'm saying? I thought that might be kind of fun for us. And instead of me just talking about it, I figured I can involve y'all and see what y'all think.
Okay.
You know? So, unfortunately, Two-Five has never seen like 90% of great films or popular films. So
hey, I've seen more than you thought. I told you I saw Glory, bro.
You did see Glory Road. Yes, that's true.
Glory's not a black movie.
You know what I'm saying?
Glory is a black movie.
Glory's not a black movie.
Okay, well, it's a historical movie. It's not black. You're right. My bad.
Well, it's not black. Well, yes, Rez. It's not black in the sense of there's the drug dealers.
Okay. All right. How about this? Not at all the so you know what? Going from now until forever, until we get to the list, until we end this list, every week I'm gonna ask you: have you seen one of the top 100 greatest films of all time? There is a list of the top 100 movies. And starting today, your question is: have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
No.
Yes. Dufresne?
You have. Wait, you haven't?
I have not.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Hey,
you thought you were going to get me, didn't you?
All right, so this is cool because we got 100 weeks. Like I got a whole list. We got 100 weeks. So
stay tuned, everyone.
Y'all see how disrespectful he is that he think that I haven't seen a Morgan Freeman.
I know you're at the edge of your seats, everyone. 199 more weeks of this.
All right, let's get to the list.
All right. So Complex Magazine came out with the list of the 25 best black movies of the 90s. Keep that in mind, 90s, right?
Okay.
And they ranked them. So I'm going to go through list 25 through 1, and I just want to see if y'all agree. We could just do a simple yes or no. If y'all want to talk about it for a little bit, we can.
Is it in order or just 25?
Yeah, in order.
Oh, okay.
25 to 1. Yeah, in order.
Okay. All right, let's get
at the top of the list, I already disagree, but number 25, Belly.
I love Belly.
But I don't even know. I don't even like the way this is starting. Already.
I saw Belly. That was the first rated R movie ticket I ever bought on my 18th birthday.
Oh, so you got nostalgia going for you.
Belly.
I mean, I think Belly should at least be top 20.
I say 1 when I get off the phone because of Belly.
I can't lie. I almost named the non-sincere.
That's not a bad name.
I met a kid named Knowledge last week. I said, "There's a guy in Belly named Knowledge." Yeah.
Oh.
And remember yesterday I was just talking about maybe moving to Omaha. See, there you go. It all ties together.
if you
Belly is a big deal.
Yeah, so Belly has lots of impact. People may say it's a terrible movie, and I wouldn't fight against that. But if you talking cultural impact, that movie is absolutely there.
And that's what I'm saying. At 25, that's kind of messed up.
I don't know, Keisha.
Now, y'all are really gonna be mad. No, I don't know.
Which Madea movie they put at 24?
Oh, Tiana, that was her name. Tiana.
Kiana, that's what it was. It was Kiana.
All right.
We won't go too deep into that
Tommy. You know Tommy? Yeah, I know, Tommy. You fucking.
All right, 24.
24, Tales from the Hood. So that's a better movie than Belly.
I'm about to hate this list so much.
Oh, this list is bad.
Hey, this is why I wanted to do this list with y'all. So
keep
again,
going.
keep in mind, Belly
Keep
25. Tales from the Hood, 24.
All right.
23, Just Another Girl from the IRT.
What the?
I don't have
what
no
is
idea
that?
what that is.
Yeah. All right. So this movie is about this girl who
we ain't gotta do this. That's 23, dog.
That's crazy.
No, we don't gotta do this.
I'll
It's
Google it after the
dog.
show.
Hey, for real, let's keep going, dog. It's 23. Let's go.
22, Clockers. It's a Spike Lee film.
Oh, I know
Okay.
Clockers.
That's a
Clockers
good
was
movie. Okay.
Pepto-Bismol. And Yoo-Hoo.
That's a good
Yes.
movie.
I don't think a lot of people have actually seen this.
I've seen Clockers.
Yeah, I think it's one of Spike Lee's like less known films. It's got Mekhi Phifer and Daryl.
It's good though.
Okay. That's
All right.
22. 21,
All right.
Waiting to Exhale. I don't have a problem with that.
At 21,
I don't have a problem with that 21.
I gotta see what's
No.
higher.
No comment.
I gotta see what's
All
higher.
right. You-
It might.
No
If nothing else, it probably has the greatest movie soundtrack of all time.
I'm gonna just say
Oh,
that I put
that's true.
All I'm gonna say is I put my pill away.
Oh,
This man said,
that's crazy.
"Oh, that's great." So you don't. So you've seen it. You just don't like it.
Yes,
Waiting
well,
Exhale is an amazing
I
movie.
don't think
it's
it's a bad
definitely no. From an impact standpoint,
Yeah,
it's got to be higher than this. But I'm not a fan of it.
it shouldn't be
Hey,
at 21.
You know,
That's really
fun
low.
fact. Guess who directed Waiting to Exhale?
Is that
Not John Singleton.
Forrest Whitaker.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
oh,
That's
that's my eye twin.
That's
homie.
cool. I think that's
Shout
a
out,
really
shout out to
dope.
Godfather of Harlem. Appreciate you.
That's dope.
Thank you, Bumpy Johnson.
Forrest Whitaker, the originator of the Kobe eye. That's what's up.
Hysterical.
Yeah,
right,
All right. At 20, we got New Jack City.
I feel like that should be higher.
I need to
I
know what's
feel it.
higher.
But I
I
gotta,
need
yeah,
to
I
know
gotta,
what's higher.
yeah.
Even
Tell
though,
you.
in retrospect, New Jack City is an awful movie. But go ahead.
It's a pretty bad movie.
It is, but I gotta look at the lens of
the
when I
time.
saw it. And
Yeah, yeah.
like you know what I mean.
But looking
Keep
back,
in mind, all these movies are only 90s. We're not going beyond or behind. So.
Just quickly, New Jack City was shot in had two sound stages. Like that was it. They had nothing else, Doc. It was hysterical. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But are you your brother's keeper?
Yes. And
House Party
right.
at 19. I love House
are you
Party.
serious?
I smell. Oh, never mind.
Are you serious?
No, I've watched
If you're
House
just
Party.
talking impact, I can lump House Party and Belly in the same place. But Belly's a much better movie than any House Party movie ever.
Well, we're only talking about House Party 1. That's it. House Party 1 is an actual cultural stamp.
I repeat my statement.
Okay. I don't think it's bad at 19.
19 is not terrible.
I don't think it's bad at 19.
It's not as good as Belly. Belly's better than
Especially when you think about this House Party, like you legitimately, and y'all know, growing up back then, like going to a house party was a legit, like that was dope. That was fun.
Waiting Exhale is better. So I'm just thinking in terms
Lou
of
Ritchie was
what's ahead
getting
of
it
it.
done.
Belly and Waiting to Exhale are better than House Party.
Belly and Waiting Exhale. That's my two right now. That I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. 18.
You're done at the house party.
At number 18, we have Big Mama, Your Arm. Soul
Big
Food.
Mama's house. Oh, Soul Food.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Big
okay,
Mama's
okay.
house. I was
All
about
right,
to
all right.
snap.
17?
I was
17?
about to snap.
18? Okay. All right.
I don't think that's a bad thing, right? Yeah.
All right.
Damn, it made $43 million on
I feel like that should be higher. Too.
Yo, that's
We'll get
crazy.
there.
Soul
I gotta
Food
see
made
what's higher.
43. Soul Food made $43 million, and it only had a $7 million budget. That's a
I
really
believe
big,
it. I believe it.
really big deal.
I gotta see
And then
what's
if you
above it,
include
but
the
I
TV show,
Oh,
yeah, the TV show's fire too.
yeah. All right, y'all might get mad about this one. Number 17, The Five Heartbeats.
The Five Heartbeats is a top 3 black movie of all time.
Oh, you got it as a top 3.
I have it
Okay.
as a top 3 movie all time. It's
I
one
don't
of my favorite
know.
movies of all time.
Yeah, no, because
I
look,
love that
this-
movie so
I know
much.
you used to watch it every morning.
Every morning.
So I feel like Five Heartbeats, as far as black films go, Five Heartbeats is top 12. It's got to be
It's
top
up
12.
there. It's
That
up
shit
there.
might be number one. I don't know. but
I
we'll
love that
get
movie
there.
so much.
We'll get there.
But we keep going.
All right, now
That's way too low.
number
Way too low.
16, Nia Long came back. Nia Long is back. Love
Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones at 16? I don't hate it.
Oh, snap, your twin. Okay.
I don't hate it. Lorenz.
Hey, did I
Kobe
see
Bryant
that?
soul
Speaking
rather
of
than
which,
knife.
side note, did I see that he's playing Barry Gordy in the Michael
He is
Jackson?
in the Michael
Yes.
Jackson biopic. Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
my problem with Lorenz. I mean, not Lorenz. I'm sorry. This is my problem with Love Jones. I personally like the movie. I just think that the premise as a whole is unrealistic. Like you can't show up to it. You can't show up to a chick's house and just think like, yeah, I'm here. Like, I just don't see that happen. I think that's a 1 in like 27 tries. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but dudes, no, I mean, but the thought is there a lot more, but it's just the actual closing of that thought is different.
like,
yeah. All right. I don't hate it at 16.
All right,
We're
here
up
we
to
go.
15
Ready?
now.
15. Oh, yo, 2-5. Have you seen all these films so far?
Yes. Except for that IRT or whatever you said.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. 15. Rosewood.
Okay, that's a good one.
How we feel about that?
Rosewood should be a top 10 black movie.
Yeah, I think that's. We'll see. I don't mind it at 15.
I don't mind
hate
it
at 15. I need
I
to
don't
know
hate it.
higher, but I don't hate it at 15.
Well, yeah, like I said, we just got to see what's there.
Yeah,
Like
that's
know
a
what I
John
mean?
Singleton film. So you know,
yeah,
that's one of his
Rosewood,
that's one of his lesser known films, and we know why. So,
It's classic.
All right, 14.
14. Deep Cover. My
Okay.
boy Lawrence Fishburne.
Deep Cover should not be ahead of Rosewood.
Is that Lawrence or was that still Larry?
Nah, it's Larry. It was a Larry. It was back when he was Larry.
Deep Cover can be in front of Belly, House Party, and all of those. It can be. I would say Deep Cover and Wait and Exhale should be near each other.
Okay. Not mad at that. I didn't know Jeff Goldblum was in this movie. That's crazy. Oh yeah.
I'm
Never
Holly
mind.
1 Nick 7 on an undercover cop. That's Deep
You know,
Cover.
Dr. Dre hates that song.
It's crazy.
That's what. Yeah, he's never.
Angel, don't stop.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 13.
Fat Joe and Pun did it better.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's that
13.
picture?
The Wood.
Great movie.
I love The Wood.
Don't ever
I
say
love
you're
The
not
Wood.
from New York.
I
Don't
love
ever
The
say
Wood.
you're not from
I
New York.
love The Wood.
I'm from New York. What the fuck?
Don't
I
ever say.
love The Wood. Oh my gosh.
I'm
To
a
me-
Southerner just like you.
To me, The Wood is top 5, and that
Is
is
this
it.
is this 14 or 13?
13.
13.
I don't hate it at 13. I need to know what's higher. Because Best Man's coming.
I think this should definitely be top 5.
Oh, I already
The
know
Wood,
I'm about to
And if you're doing Best Man versus The Wood, which was always a discussion, without the versions of Best Man that came out after it, just Best Man 1 versus The Wood, The Wood's a better movie.
It is.
It is. The Wood's
Wood
a better movie.
The Wood is a better movie than Best Man, only because The Wood's premise is like a legitimately like, this is dope. Best Man,
It is the best
Man only
black
works-
movie.
Best Man only works because of drama.
Yeah,
The Wood is a life
right.
is a life that everybody can have.
Doug, everybody had that experience. Like
in some way,
they
shape,
were
or form, you had a
they
version
were
of it.
living black boy growing up with his homeboys. Like
That's a fact.
Yeah, the wood is one of those.
That's
Number
a,
12.
Number 12, Eve's Bayou, starring a young Journey Smollett.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at 12.
That was the girl
Lynn
from
Whitfield, Journey Smollett.
her name.
I want to say
Lynn
Sam
State?
Jackson's in this movie.
Lynn. Her name Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn Whitfield.
Yeah, the one that Martin, the movie
Yes,
of Martin, where
from
she
Thin
Thin
Line.
Line. I mean, Thin Line. Yeah.
that one. Yeah, I love her as an actress.
Lynn Whitfield.
Lynn
All right.
Whitfield. There you go.
All right. So I hate this movie. Number 11, Poetic Justice. I hate this movie.
At number 11?
No, period. I think Poetic
No.
Justice is a terrible film.
You just
Is that
ain't a
number
beautiful
11?
motherfucker.
Is it at number
Man,
11?
Chicago.
Yeah, that's number 11.
I'd have Poetic Justice behind The Wood for sure.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd
but
have
I'm
Poetic
not-
Justice behind Waiting to Exhale, The Wood.
Yeah, I
There's
might
a
put
movie.
Poetic
There's a
Justice up
movie
more
that
like
you're
15,
going to say.
16,
There's
like
a movie
20.
that you're going to say, and I know what's going to happen.
You're going to get mad. There's a movie
Well,
on here.
I think y'all gonna get mad at me.
This is
Y'all
the
gonna
thing.
get
This is the
mad at
thing.
me.
I want y'all both right now. Just keep it in your head. What you think number 1 or 2 is, and I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to guess it, and it's not on this list. So it's not on this list.
All
All right, number 10. I'm back in the business. Dead Presidents.
Okay, I can live with that.
Dead Presidents is a top.
The Hughes
5.
Brothers.
I can live
Dead
with that.
Presidents is a top 5 black movie.
Okay. I
That
don't
was
mind it at 10.
amazing.
I don't mind it at 10. I don't have it in my top 5 personally.
That is
I got
amazing.
I got a few nitpicks on it. That's all.
I haven't watched it as an adult, but from what I remember as a child, like that was one of my favorite movies.
Watch it as an adult. I think you might change.
It might have a New Jack City effect on it.
Yeah. Well, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
New Jack City, dog.
It won't be that bad.
That's movies.
Number 9, Set It Off. That's our second girl film.
I don't hate Set It Off at 9.
I don't hate it. I don't dislike Set It Off. F. Gary
I don't
Gray.
hate it at 9. As long as it's not 1. If it was 1, I would have been like, this is crazy.
I'm actually
9,
surprised that it got this kind of love. You know what I mean? To be honest.
I think Set It Off's a really good film.
No, I think it's a great
Filmography
movie.
is
I'm just
insane.
surprised that it got ranked that high. I thought it would be more close to 20.
Devil in a Blue Dress at number 8. Denzel, Don Cheadle.
That is a underrated movie.
Extremely.
That is an underrated movie. Like I wasn't even thinking about this movie when you started this list.
I like it at 8.
But I wouldn't be mad if that was in the top 5.
Yeah, I like it at 8.
I like this. See, this is one of those movies that a lot of people don't realize. Like, they forget about Denzel sometimes. Denzel got a lot of films that people forgot about, for real.
For sure.
Number 7. Now, for me, I feel like this is another top 5 film. Number 7, Boomerang. We talking about, can you get it? Can you get it done? Boomerang is a staple film.
Hey.
Boomerang is another one with an amazing soundtrack. I need to watch Boomerang again as an adult.
I think that was the first time I saw Layla Rashawn.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in this
I need to watch.
Robin Givens, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, yep. Yeah, I think that was the first time I saw Halle Berry.
Halle Berry was tight.
I need to watch that again. I don't hate it in the top at that place. I could see.
Yeah, I don't hate it at number
in top 5. And again, another amazing soundtrack. It's another crazy soundtrack.
Now, this film to me, this film should not be ahead of Boomerang to me, but number 6, He Got Game. Denzel, Ray Allen,
so
Rosario Dawson.
So let me go ahead and get my bias out the way.
Okay.
So, Ray Allen is my guy. You know what I mean? And
South Carolina's own.
He was one of the first people that, like, I felt it was acceptable to be bold. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was struggling with it, and
he had a fade.
Ray Allen. I'm just saying in general, and like Ray Allen.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first had to lose my hair, Ray Allen was one of those people that I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this.
Prince Carter was right there.
No, we don't do that turtle head stuff. But you know what I mean? But like, this was a great movie. Like, the story was great. You know, even though it was a little cheesy, it didn't feel overdone.
That Game, to me, is not a terrible movie. It's really good. I would put it in the class of really good. It's just not great.
I put it in my top 10, but 6 might be too high.
I think, I don't mind it being in the top 10. It's just too high for me. Number 5. All right, now we in the top 5. All right.
And I've seen all these movies except for that one, by the way.
Hey, that's dope, 2-5. I'm not mad at that. But you are from New York. Number 5. Juice. I don't mind Juice being at 5.
I just rewatched Juice.
I don't mind
Juice.
Like, Juice is a fantastic movie.
I'm the one you need to be worried about, partner.
At 5?
Juice is a great film. It's like, when you talk about giving somebody a power move, like somebody who's already thinking that they're better than everybody else, and they get the raise of the gun, and now he's like, I can't be stopped.
So I think Juice is one of those movies, like when we were talking about albums. It's a personal classic for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like there. You know what I mean?
This is a psychological thriller that doesn't get labeled as a psychological thriller.
I would have it in my top 10. I don't know if I'd have it in my top 5.
I got it.
But that's just based on my preferences, though.
I feel you.
Like the way Tupac went from getting bullied on the block to the crazy man with a gun is a bit much for me. Like, and the thing that inspired him was watching his homeboy get shot while trying to do a whole stick up.
If I lose, I'm gonna beat that ass.
So now that y'all bring it up, that brings me to my favorite Tupac moment.
What?
You know what I'm saying? When they were running before he shot Raheem and he fell when they ran in that That's my favorite Tupac moment of all time.
Oh my gosh. Go see Juice. All right, number 4, Friday.
I thought that would be number 1, actually.
Okay.
That was the movie. Not saying that I think it's number 1. I just thought that's
the one that you thought. Okay. I haven't seen Friday in a long time. I used to watch it all the time. I haven't seen it in a long time though. It's been.
Well, you better watch it because the new one will be coming out soon.
I've seen Friday like 1,000 times.
I've seen the original Friday 1 million times. I definitely would have it. Like if you're talking impact, if you're talking about the stars that came out of that movie, if you're talking about the story behind how it was made, the budget that they made it on, I could definitely see it. I would not have it in my top 10. If you're talking filmography, storyline, I wouldn't have it in my top 10. No,
I think I look at Friday.
No, I was just saying, period.
I look at Friday differently. I'd have Love Jones way ahead of it. I'd have Wait and Exhale ahead of it.
I don't think it's a good movie.
I'd have Belly in front of it. I'd have just based on what we heard, East Bayou ahead of it. Rosewood should be ahead of it. Like I can understand that in terms of like.
So if I put just my film hat on, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But if I'm putting it in the mix of it being a hit.
Oh, the impact, the hit and impact slider way up. It's just filmography, script.
It was
acting.
Yeah, it was
sliders way down.
And it was. I was 13 when it came out, so it was awesome. You know what I mean? But
that's crazy.
The Wood's better.
The Wood is definitely better.
Five Heartbeats is better.
All right, so top 3. Here we go. Boys in the Hood at number 3, which to me is crazy because
that could be number 1.
Boys in the Hood to me is number 1. Boys in the Hood to me is number 1.
I got to see what's above it, but top 3 for sure.
Like,
for sure, not even a question.
Now, number 2 pisses me off because it should not be above this. Number 2, Menace to Society.
Okay, that's the movie.
Now we got to fight.
That's the movie.
Menace to Society. We got to fight. Is better. That's the movie. Boys in the Hood. It's better than The Wood. Is better. Like
yes.
No, that's the movie because you know how y'all clown me all the time. Like, yo, you ain't see that movie. Like, so I didn't see.
You haven't seen Menace to Society?
No, I've seen it, but I didn't see it until I was like 21 or 22. So I didn't see it when it came out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So when I watched it, I was like, I guess it's cool, but what's the fuss about? You know what I mean? Wow. And that was my reaction to it. Like, I just didn't see what everybody else saw in it.
I'll tell you what it is. It was the fact. Again, it's like hearing Thriller for the first time in 2000 when people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think the effect was.
They've copied the model. They've copied the brand of it. They've all the things that made Thriller. We've all seen it from other people. So now you're like, oh, well, no, this is the thing that created all that other stuff. Menace Society was one of those. O-Dog, Kane, like there's so many. Yes, that movie definitely deserves a top 3. So that's why I was actually thinking I was going to be in top 3 with Boys in the Hood. So I'm glad they had that. That's very respectful.
I thought that had a chance to be number 1, but it's just not for me.
Okay, so all right. So now we know what movies are 2 through 25. The question is, what is 1, right? And you said okay. So now let's.
So I know. Guess I just want to hear. What do you think your number 1 is, Rez?
It better not be Best Man.
It better not be Best Man.
It better not be Best Man, dog. It better not be Best Man.
So when I asked you to put it in your head, what did you pick?
No, I did not put one in my head because I was trying to see what else was there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
I was like, oh, it'd probably be Sinners because they're trying to do this thing with Sinners.
Yeah, mine was Friday. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll say
so
Sinners,
number 1,
like
Sinners ain't on the list. Sinners not on the list. Pisses me off. Let me tell you what number 1 is first. My number 1, I'm not hating this. Malcolm X is number 1 on this list.
Oh, say less.
I can live with that.
I can live with it. I can live with it.
Best Man.
That
if you was about
thirsty.
to tell me Best Man, now
that brother's
now
think about this.
Best Man should be on the list.
Think about this. Best Man's not here. Love and Basketball's not here.
Shouldn't be.
Baby Boy's not here.
Higher Learning's not there.
Higher Learning's not here.
I've learned over the last 10 years that not as many people like Love and Basketball as I thought did.
Yeah, Love and Basketball.
The internet. This is So this is the thing. Everybody loved Love and Basketball until the internet told everybody you're not supposed to like it.
It's a terrible love story.
Everybody who watched Love and Basketball from the year of 1999 when it came out all the way to 2016 loved Love and Basketball. And then the internet was like, have y'all ever looked at this relationship? It's actually really toxic.
Well, I don't think that Love and Basketball is, I wouldn't call it a top-notch movie, but within the confines of this list, I thought it would have been somewhere between 15 and 20.
You put Girl in IRT and Tales from the Hood on this list. You know what I mean?
That's wild. That is wild.
Clockers.
House Party needs to get out of there.
House Party, yeah.
Get the list that I'm thinking like House Party.
Would Do the Right Thing not count?
Do the Right Thing is not on this list.
That's what I'm saying, but that would not count.
That's a black movie.
I mean, I know Rosie Perez is Puerto Rican, but like
that's a black movie.
That's a black film. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Jungle Fever is not on that movie.
Nope.
Who?
Jungle Fever is not on that movie.
No, there's mad films that did not get on this list that I
haven't seen that movie.
Hold on, now what else isn't on that list?
I told her we got to add it to our list though.
We did Higher Learning, Jungle Fever, Best Man, Love and Basketball,
Sinners
isn't on the list. Get Out's considered a black movie.
Get Out is a black movie, and
that's a great movie. That's a great movie.
Yeah, those are the real ones that I really thought about.
Best Man wasn't on the list, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Deliver Us from Eva.
I can based off of that one.
Well, see, this is the thing, right? We got 25. We got 6 that weren't already on here. We're only thinking about removing 3. So Deliver Us from Eva.
That's what. Yeah.
You mean to tell me we just listed
Barbershop's
25?
Not getting on there.
You mean to tell me that you just listed 25 movies and I didn't even get to say The Hoe Is Mine?
Nope, you didn't. Brown Sugar. That should actually be on the list.
Brown Sugar should. Ren and Tim, the Hip Hop Dalmatian should absolutely.
You know what else?
Not on there.
You know what else is on here?
You know what else?
I said Barbershop. Barbershop's not on there.
No, I'm not. Look, I promise when I say this,
not on there.
Yeah,
I was about to bring that up too because that's my personal number one. But I promise I'm not pandering to Rez when I say this. But how could Dreamgirls not be on there?
Dreamgirls isn't a black movie, just like Cadillac Records.
It's not a black movie.
Dreamgirls is absolutely a black movie.
I've never seen Dreamgirls, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Well, you know what?
There are no white lead characters in Dreamgirls. None.
Well, you know what? You're right. And I just thought about it. 5 Heartbeats is on here. Because I was going to say, well, maybe it's because it's a biography. The musical part too. But I was going to say biography, but then Malcolm X is number 1. And then 5 Heartbeats is not a biography. It's based off of the 4 Tops.
You mean to tell me that these people don't respect Nick Cannon and Christina Milian?
No, Drumline should. You talk about Love Don't Cost a Thing?
No, I was talking about Drumline.
Oh, that should not be on there.
Oh, that's not Christina. That's not Lathan.
Christina Milian's Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Yeah. Now, if we did black comedies, Love Don't Cost.
Rosario Dawson's in Drumline, right?
Why they didn't put Black Panther on there? I'm not saying that I like Black Panther like that, but why Black Panther ain't on there?
Black Panther.
Just from an impact standpoint.
That's why I said though. Look, when you think about it longer, you start getting more upset at this list.
It's just kind of. I don't even know if I don't know if upset is the right word, but it's just
not upset. But just like stuff that could have been added.
Like what about what's that? What was the movie? The joint with Jill Scott.
Why not get married? No, yeah, you know how I feel about Tyler. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that not one Tyler Perry film is on here. So
I also was as well. But if you're gonna do one, Why Did I Get Married or 4 Colored Girls should have been on there.
Nah, man. The only Tyler Perry movie that we should be rocking with is The Family
Little Girls.
All right, last
Daddy's
one.
Little Girl.
What is that movie called?
But you got to think, Rez, you got to think about this.
I cried that entire movie.
You got to think about this, Rez. When I watched
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Steve, you talking about Steve Carell?
black dude. John Legend had that
Romeo?
song. No, John Legend
Think Like a Man.
song.
Think Like a Man.
Yeah, that one. I thought that might be on there.
It better not
See,
have been.
that's when we get back into the comedy bag. You know,
That movie's terrible. That movie's not a good movie.
Think Like
No,
a Man.
I'm not saying that it's on my list. I'm just thinking of movies that, like, looking at
Could've
this
made
list and some of the movies that they chose.
Yeah,
Like-
that girl from IRT is crazy. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Girl
but
from
I've seen
IRT, Clockers, and
Clockers could have came off the list. I love that movie.
Girl from
It came off the
IRT,
list.
Clockers, Crooklyn his ass. I hate them. I hate Crooklyn.
No, the Jigaboos,
Huh?
the Spike Lee joint.
School days.
Yeah, School Days.
School Days should have been on the list.
Dog.
I'm sorry, America. All I remembered was Jigaboo.
Nah, 'cause look,
That was
no, you
crazy.
think about it. Think about this, right?
That was wild.
They put a Spike Lee film on here in Clockers, and it's like, y'all put Clockers instead of Do the Right Thing.
Instead of
You know what I mean?
Do the Right
Like-
Thing, School Days, like
School Days. Coach
School
Carter.
Days.
Coach Carter's
Coach
actually
Carter.
not a bad film. Yeah,
I've never seen Coach Carter.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh,
I
honestly,
wanted
I
to.
think it would've-
So I'd say
Coach, I think
everything
would've-
from 19 and up can come off. House Party, New Jack City.
Well, no, some of these movies might have came out in the 2000s though. That we're talking
Yeah.
about. I know.
Yeah.
Think Like a Man came out in the 2000s. Why Did I Get Married? I
Oh, these
think
are the
came
movies
out
of the
in
90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
these are the
Best Man
90s.
came out in 99. It just feels like a 2000 film.
Oh, that's why Sinners. So Sinners, the stuff we saw.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. I had to back up for a
Oh,
second.
damn, we did
Oh,
name
wait.
a few.
Oh, wait. Do the Right Thing came out in the 80s. So okay,
Yeah, it did
let's
come out in
let's
the
clean it a lot
80s.
up. All right.
Mhm.
Do the Right Thing came out in the 80s.
School Days came out in the 80s.
School Days
I
in the
think.
80s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that context. We fixed it. All right. We might have
hooray.
fixed it.
Good job. Good list,
We
y'all.
might have
Good
fixed
list.
it. Okay.
Good list.
Juice was
Dreamgirls was in the
80s.
2000s too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Juice was 80s for a minute.
No, Juice is
No,
90.
Juice was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
has
Well,
I got enough to go around.
So this list might not be
All
as
right.
bad as we thought when you add the context. I like that. Well,
Yeah,
that was
I'm
my
glad.
that
Thank
was
you for
my
bringing us
hot
back to
take
that.
slash that was my
So,
hot
yeah.
take slash movie review. As far as movies go, if you haven't seen any of those films, I recommend Ease Bayou. I recommend Malcolm X for sure. And if I had to do three, I would say Rosewood, Malcolm X, and Ease Bayou. Go check those out. I think those are three real different films that you can get three different things from. Well, Rosewood and Malcolm X, you might want to stay in the house after you watch them. But yeah.
yeah. So I think we got a quick hit that we gotta, I guess, make quick. So Jack is going to tell you why racists should keep their jobs.
Wow, that is not how that goes.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's cool. So the quick hit is actually getting people fired because you disagree with them is crazy. And I said also, you don't get to walk through life expecting people not to offend you. So this is just based off of the history of cancel culture and what it became and how crazy it got. People getting fired for, acting an ass in public and stuff like that. Like, I think that there are certain aspects of it that, yes, maybe you can get them fired for, but because somebody makes a Facebook post, a Twitter post, because somebody may have had a confrontation with somebody in public and it wasn't something crazy. It's just like you saw them get into it. Even if you saw them fight, that ain't got nothing to do with their job. That has nothing to do with their job, has nothing to do with their livelihood. You're potentially ruining a whole household because you want to get somebody fired. One of the big things that the Say Less, Say More podcast disagrees on is I don't like Donald Sterling having to step down as the owner of the Clippers because what Donald Sterling said was racist. Yes. Was it sexist? Yes. But he said it in the middle of his kitchen. There was nobody there that could have been offended by it. There was nobody there that was hurt by it. He got offended. I mean, he said some things that you're supposed to be able to get off in the safety of your own home. Like most of you white people who say the N-word every day. You say it in the safety of your four walls at your crib. So that's what I feel about this. I don't like people getting fired because they might have said something and it was like, oh no, I didn't like this. And if you're walking around every day and you think that everybody should just respect your thoughts and views because you are almighty whoever, you're wrong. You're going to be offended. You got to get some thicker skin. It's okay. Everybody's not here to make you happy and please you. Sometimes you're going to hear no. Sometimes you're going to hear an opposite view. Sometimes you're going to feel something that may be disrespectful. You don't get to just kill people. So that's how I feel about it.
So I don't disagree with you on the basic premise on the surface of the thought. I think where it gets tricky is people are stupid. So from that standpoint of there was this, and I'm just talking right now. So there can be an employee of, say, Target that made a Facebook post.
Okay.
And then people will just stop going to Target because of that dude that is insignificant to the world. You know what I mean? So from the standpoint of getting people fired, I can understand a business looking at things as, is this going to bring negative heat on us? I can understand that. That gets into the whole Colin Kaepernick type thing. I can get that thought process. But the problem, which you're correct about, is this dude don't matter. Nobody knows who this person is outside of he just said something stupid on the internet. So to try to take it is usually like a conversation should happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wanted to get Rez in here because I think your Donald Sterling point is something worth getting into for a quick second. But I'll just close up by saying this. If I'm a business owner, that means that my customers are stupid and they're emotional. So when somebody that wears my uniform says something that they deem to be whatever, they see that as a reflection on my business. So because this cashier that makes $13 an hour said the N-word, you're not going to shop at my place, I might have to fire you.
Yeah, I would agree. I didn't hear the full context of the conversation. So
he brought up the Donald Sterling with selling the Clippers because of that video that Vivian recorded. He doesn't think that Donald Sterling should have had to sell his team. So I wondered what you thought about that.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard some. I've heard that take from Jack, and I respect his reasoning behind it. I understand thinking it's a personal thing that he said in his home, and the girls illegally recording him and stuff like that, and that's all true. But what's also true is that he was a governor. Now they changed the name from owners to governor. He's a governor of a team in a league that is at least 90% black, and you cannot own a team like that's a club, right? So you don't want it to come out, but if it comes out, stuff like that comes with repercussions. So you got to watch your mouth. It's really that simple. Like you aren't entitled to ownership of an NBA team. And that's essentially what they're saying. Is you're not entitled to this. We can kick you out anytime we want to if you're not up to what the standard of the brand is. The same way if one of the NBA players came out and said something that was disparaging against another race, like they would punish that person.
You saw what they did to Kyrie.
It's true. Yeah, and all Kyrie did was like a post or something like that, right? Or
all Kyrie did was share a video. I mean, a movie that was on Amazon. It had nothing to do with Kyrie. Like it's crazy.
But I'm just saying like there's a track record, a history of listen, we recognize these things, and I honestly think like the question is if that happened in the NFL, how would they handle it? That's a bigger question to me.
Well, I think
that it matters that much, but the NBA is 74% black.
74%. Okay.
I think
still
this
a large
is
percentage.
My biggest issue with that is this is where the conversation goes from safety of what you can say to how crazy dangerous our phones can be, how dangerous this recording thing can be, and how dangerous social media can be. Because if I am on the phone with my friends and I say, man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I think my kid's kind of dumb, right? That's something I'm personally saying to my friends, and I'm just like, I'm trying to reel it in and try to figure out, like, man,
to your friends,
right.
Yeah.
Now that conversation gets recorded, put out on Twitter, and now my kids see, oh, yo, dad thinks we're stupid, blah blah blah. Then it's the comments are rapid fire. So now you're.
Do you realize
dad.
at that point we're not your friends?
Like, yeah, you're definitely not my friends because you put it out.
Okay. So let's stay in that example. That's a great example, right? So you said it to your friends in the privacy of your friendship, expecting that to stay within the house. Does the fact that you said it to your friends within the confines of your house change how your kids will feel when they hear it?
No.
That's the point.
But that's why I vented it to you. Great example is, remember, Rez? You say, yo, sometimes it's just good to say it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I might know. Right. But again, we are friends. Right? We're not recording our conversations for posterity in the future. He was around somebody that wasn't his friend.
I thought it was his wife. Am I true?
No, she was his mistress.
He was his mistress.
Okay. See, I've always thought that it was his wife and she was mad.
His wife.
It was the mistress. So he fell in love with her.
Rode with him after that.
Yeah, he fell in love with her. He loved her company, all that stuff. At a game, she's talking to Magic Johnson.
Okay, so with this take,
and that show is a great show, by the way. Too.
It's an amazing show.
Let me just walk this back real quick. Okay, so in the case of Donald Sterling, I still hold tight to what I said, that he should be able to say what he said.
Okay.
However, comma, you're stupid. You deserve to get fired, because why the hell are you talking to Ray?
He got mad that she was talking to Magic. But Donald Sterling also had a lot of things on his jacket, as they say, that the NBA ignored. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk about Trump and all his like housing situations with black people. That was like Donald Sterling. Like
that was his whole bag since 1973.
Yeah, and there were different Clipper players like Baron Davis, for example, that would publicly talk about the things that Donald Sterling would say and do in the locker room. Yeah. And the league just kind of turned their head to it. And it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, I think at a point, this was just a culmination of your bigotry. Like now we can't hide it anymore, because like it's one thing if somebody like with Ray Rice, right? When he did what he did, before we saw the video, before the public saw the video, the NFL knew everything and was like, yo, 2 games. And then it came out in public.
And the public said, no.
Yeah, he got 6 games, and then we never saw that man again. He was like the girl off Family Matters.
To be fair. I ain't going to lie, dog. I think watching Ray Rice take off. I don't know what I just said.
I know that came out as Ross.
But watching Ray Rice come out and hit this woman with the full off the wall sing, it made it that much worse. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That same situation exists equivalently before we saw that video, and the NFL said, "Yo, 2 games."
Diddy and Cassie with the hallway scene.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think that Ray Rice's punch is worse than Diddy's Cassidy video. I think it's worse than super kick. What's my boy off the Chiefs? He was on the Browns.
Oh no, you talked about Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt super punt. I think Ray Rice's hit is so much worse, dog, because all you see is this small, tiny human and this big dude just.
I'm just at the point where I'm like, I'm not even trying to get into the Olympics about it. Like, it's all wrong. Punish it. You know what I mean? And that's where you know, when they talk about, you know, people like Greg Hardy, you know, came back to the NFL at a time. And it's like, don't say you care about women, the NFL. Don't say you care about women, and this is the people that you're allowing to wear your uniforms and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, relationship, you know what I'm saying? Time for you people to treat your ladies right.
Yeah,
treat them right. With
next
more
week
than
I'll have, next week I'll have some music to go with this. But just very briefly, you know, this week I want to talk about arguing, you know, in your relationship, fellas. sometimes I know you have situations with our ladies where, we have those disagreements, right? And the main thing is to understand that conflict is normal in relationships. The goal isn't to avoid arguments, it's just to learn how to argue in a healthy way. So key points. One, make sure you stay on the same team. It's not me versus you, it's us versus the problem. We're not on opposite sides. We both want the same thing. We want to resolve this issue. We want to move forward in oneness and unity. Focus on solving the issue, not winning the argument. That's a very tough thing because then you get into, that's where I was right and when you were right, and it don't matter who was right. It's what is the understanding that we can build. Secondly, avoid personal attacks. Don't say things that you're going to regret later. And I know that's not easy for everyone, but practice it as much as you can. And when you recognize that you do it, call it out immediately. I'm sorry. That I did not mean to say that. That was over the line. Acknowledge it yourself so that it doesn't have this thing that it will have when you say it and it lingers. But do what you can to not criticize the person's character. Talk about behaviors and feelings instead of talking about their character. When you do this, I feel this way. When you do this, I feel this way. I feel like make it very as opposed to being like about who they actually are, it's about the things that they do and how it makes you feel. Third, mind your tone. If we're having a conversation and one person starts yelling, the other person is also going to start yelling in most cases. So now we have two people yelling and not understanding each other. Try to keep as much of a respectful tone as you can possibly keep, because that can determine whether or not you actually get to the place. Choose the right time, right? Don't argue with people when they're exhausted, stressed, or distracted. It does not go well. If you have been ruminating on this thing all day, you've been driving around in your car and you came home and you see your husband on the video game, don't say, hey, get off the game, I want to talk to you. Hey, baby, I just got here. Is it okay if we have a conversation later? I just want to, go over something with you. I know you're playing the game right now. Go ahead and finish that, but what time would be good for you? Be mindful of the time. Scheduling the conversation is not a bad thing. It's a great idea. And then lastly, take a pause when needed. Something I suggest and something I recommend is when you have a contentious relationship, find your safe word. And when you get that place in that situation in your relationship where you're having that argument, they're having that disagreement, safe word. One that I use like at work is banana juice. Banana juice. Oh, all right. Let's pause this and come back to it. A short break can reset the entire conversation. If emotions are too high, step away before saying something that you will regret that you'll later have to recant. So those are just a few things, that I wanted to give you guys. Hopefully it helps somebody. I don't know everything, but what I know, I'll be glad to give you.
There we go.
Yeah, I never thought about you.
Oh, now go ahead, Tupac. Get it off.
I was going to say, I never thought about using a safe word in that way.
Yeah. No, safe words have multiple uses, my guy.
Yes, John. Nah, I was gonna say, for all the dudes out there that are like me, I have a really, really powerful voice. So I get loud, and I'm not trying to be loud. I talk really loud, and Two-Five knows this because he's been around when I've like really, really.
Have you seen my movies?
I don't think I got loud when I was with Rez. I was probably half asleep half the time.
He was sleeping.
But no, I have a really, really loud voice. So for people like me, if you guys are out there and you got a really loud voice and people always tell you like, yo, chill out, you're mad, and you're not, just be mindful that other people think you might be mad. So even if you're not, instead of arguing how not mad you are and getting more upset, just lower your tone. Just, my bad. I ain't mean to yell at you. Yep. It's not on purpose. And just keep it pushing. Because the more you argue and say, I ain't mad, you are actually getting yourself more riled up. You're getting louder. So.
Yeah, I've been in all those situations. I'm not loud. It's the way I talk.
Haven't you seen my movies?
What are you talking about? But before we get out of here, I wanted to ask y'all 3 what would you do's or would you rather's, however you want to look at it. I thought this would be kind of fun. So
okay.
All right. So first one is, I thought this would be really cool because of both of y'all. Would you rather have Jay-Z's business mind or Nas's pen?
Jay-Z's business
mind.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry. Right. I know you were trying to get us to fight, but sorry,
It's like,
you know how many homeless people got nice pen
Yo,
games?
if I had Jay-Z's business mind, I can buy me a Nas pen.
Yo,
oh my God.
buy all Nas's pens.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Shout out to Aubrey.
All right, here we go.
So many Nas pens I own. Look at my collection of Nas pens.
Okay. F that one then. F that one. That was funny. Would you rather have Kendrick Lamar's storytelling ability or J. Cole's consistency?
I
don't think this was a fight either because I don't think J. Cole has the consistency.
I don't think he has the consistency that you think he does. So give me Kendrick.
Now, if you would have asked me Kendrick's storytelling or like Nas's storytelling, like that might be a bit of conversation.
Yeah, or Kendrick's storytelling versus Drake's hit making ability.
You know what I'm saying? Or Ghostface Killer's storytelling.
No, okay, bye. No, stop. You always try to bring that New York shit over here. He's always trying to sneak it in there some kind of way. Or Ghostface Killer. Nobody listens to him.
What do you expect? I'm a red-blooded man.
Yo, I'm a red-blooded man.
I'm a red-blooded man. I'm a Southerner.
All right,
Yo,
look.
one more. You want more?
No, that was supposed to be the rewrite of number one. But number two, would you rather know exactly how your life ends or never know your past before the age of 10? So know how your life would end or never remember before 10.
That one is a tough one.
I'd have to forget my grandma and my granddad.
But you would also know how successful you became. I don't know. I think that this question is funny because technically, like, you're kind of living the know how your life is going to end depending on how old you are, depending on how successful you are. You kind of can figure out like, okay, like my life, if I stay the course, is pretty much I'm here.
I don't know how my life's going to end.
But not remembering before 10, like I feel like that's some golden stuff right there, man. That's some great Christmas.
I got a lot of bad childhood memories though.
Jesus Christ.
You know, all that I got is you.
But those things also made you the person that you are.
They made you who you are. That's true.
You know, I don't know. Like,
I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's tough.
That's a good. That was a good one there.
That was a good one. All right, cool.
That was better than the first two. You redeemed yourself.
All right. So, would you rather be remembered as a great father, but an average man, or a legendary man, but an average father?
Great father.
You got to be the father, man.
Great father every day. Yeah. Every day.
Okay. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know, man. This one's hard for me because of the selfishness that I do exhibit. It's hard for me to like, because it doesn't say you're a bad dad. It just says you're average dad. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm a legendary man, but I'm an average father. You know what? I this might be kind of messed up to say, but I kind of look at that as like, kind of look at it like AJ Styles. AJ Styles is a legendary wrestler. You know what I mean? But remember when his kids came up, he was like, you know, I'm putting this away so I can give y'all a little bit back. You know what I mean? But look at Ric Flair. Actually, most wrestlers, like, this is a great thing for wrestlers. I was gonna say athletes in general, but really wrestlers, because we know wrestlers really.
Yeah, they have to be gone a lot. They have to be gone a lot. A lot of things.
So you think about like Ric Flair, he didn't have a great relationship with his kids until he became older. You know what I mean? Like,
if you look at the story of my life, like the vast majority of decisions I made so that I could be closer to my kids.
Okay.
So, like, to me, being a dad is being a dad and a husband is the most important things I'll ever do in my life. I don't care whatever. I can win the Nobel Peace Prize. It will not be as important as raising my kids.
2-5, you look like you kind of pondering. What's up?
Oh no, I was just thinking of a would you rather. I was trying to think of a would you rather have Peyton Manning's skill or what? What?
I just have thoughts.
Wes is like, nah. This is the Jay-Z pin.
Nah, Cook. Nah, would you rather have Peyton Manning's skills?
I can't find the equivalent to compare it to. I can't find it.
All right.
I was going to say
Have
Kobe.
Peyton
I was going to say
Manning's
Kobe at first, just because we were talking about Kobe earlier. But
Oh, geez. Yes,
I don't feel
would
like
rather
it
have
fits.
Kobe,
I don't-
the Kobe thing. Whatever the Kobe thing is, give me that.
Oh, there it is. So now he's ready. Now, all right.
Give me
How
the
about
Kobe
this?
thing.
pandering.
Give me the Kobe thing. Whatever the Kobe thing is. What is it from Kobe?
I was
Kobe's.
going to say Kobe's skill or Peyton Manning's skill, I guess.
There you go. Kobe's. Give me that one.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the one I want.
All right. So, would you rather live a peaceful life nobody talks about, or would you rather have a turbulent life people study for 100 years?
Turbulent life that everybody studies from this. Yes,
I want
that
the
is
peace.
I knew Rez would say that because he wants the attention. He loves it.
I would say the
there we
peaceful-
go.
I would say the peaceful life.
I would say the peaceful life that nobody talks about.
Like you can't pay for peace. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think because of my no gray hair policy, I think the peaceful life just screams like that's everything for me. Because a peaceful life to me means that you did everything you were supposed to do. You accomplished your goals. Like everything was great, you know. And I might not be a big dog. Like at the end of the day, like we do this podcast, we might have 3 people that watch it. You know what I mean?
I might need.
would
to
you
zoom in
rather
on
be
this camera.
Putin or Netanyahu?
I may need to zoom.
Rez said, hold on, let me.
I may need to zoom the camera in so you can see I'm 44 years old. You know, I could take the hat off. You know.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I said that to say, just to go back to that question, right? Because I think the turbulence doesn't necessarily have to mean drama. It means you have to overcome obstacles, which has been my entire story. And in your turbulence, finding the peace to be able to do the thing, because you can't do the thing in turbulence. Like you have to create enough peace to, and that's what the studying would be for me. It wouldn't be, yo, this dude's life was a mess. Like I wouldn't want that.
But it would be this dude still made it
But
because
all the things he had to navigate to get to that place. Oh yeah, give me that.
That sounds like the story of Lou Ritchie.
Hey, honestly, you have a great story too.
That's the movie, dog.
You really do have a great movie, and maybe one day we'll make it. Maybe we'll make the movie. I'll direct it, and Rez will do the soundtrack, and then we'll have Pretty Lou Ritchie.
Pretty Lou Ritchie.
Pretty Lou
turbulence.
Ritchie. Yeah,
Beautiful
Pretty Lou
turbulence.
Ritchie. Red skin no more.
Red-blooded man.
Red-blooded man. The Pretty Lou Ritchie story.
That's what it's called. The movie's called Who is Michaelo?
Jungle Fever 2. The Pretty Lou Ritchie story.
You know what I'm saying? Volume
Directed
2.
by
Why are
Spike
you
Lee.
like this?
Why are you like
Spike Lee
this?
joint.
I'm a red-blooded man. A Spike Lee joint.
All right, somebody got to take us out of here.
Hey,
As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, man. Whether you're a first-time listener or last-time listener, we're just 3 guys with a perspective, hoping to deliver a diverse way of thinking. Open dialogue always expands intelligence. Say less, say more.
Bye.
A lot of people love to talk, but they don't really say nothing. You can drop a like and go subscribe, knowing Two-Five probably finna hate something. Chop it up about the game, give a little game, knowing you can take something. We just saying less and saying more, should've known before you in the right place. You know Jack can keep it radical. A little crazy with his take, but he gon' keep it factual. And you know he been a fan of wrestling since attitude. We ain't here to be the ones you playing with. Red steady dropping gems only for relationships. We ain't never thinking Liam Neeson if you take it. Come and tap in with your favorites. Hey, we gon' talk about your latest. Yeah, come and tune into the station. Come and listen to this conversation. Like and subscribe, we going live. We gon' tell you what you need to hear in perfect moderation. Wait, it's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Remember we be saying more while they saying less. It's like a game of chess. Hey, hold up.